Chapter 81 Crazy Natives. Whetstone. One more. Terra planet. After Chen Mo released the news, he carefully observed the strange creation in front of him. This is a heart that has a diameter of 10 meters and is constantly beating vigorously. Every sound is like thunder. Just getting close, the powerful radiation will make the body electrified. Hair fluttered, clothes rattled and sparks rubbed. This magical heart is made of metal, flesh, and magical devices. It looks like flesh and blood has grown on the metal, which is very strange. Ding. By consuming a lot of evolutionary potions and fusing the magic device, the system deduced and evolved the magic heart. Magic heart. By consuming magic crystals, powerful energy can be released, providing endless power for the parasite. This is a living heart that can even continue to grow and change. Enough to power the heart of the planet. Great profit. Chen Mo couldn't help but rejoice. It reminded him of a nuclear power plant. Needless to say, there are many similarities between the two. The same small size, the same deadly danger, and the same need for very few raw materials. Of course, nuclear power generation is about the creation level of a civilization of 0.8 inches 580, minus 0.9, and this is something. Chen Mo carefully evaluated it. No suitable reference standard was found. The rating fluctuates between 1.0 minus 1.5. The upper and lower limits are very exaggerated. This is a world of difference from the original magic device of the Temple of Heaven. First of all, in terms of stability and mass production, they slaughtered each other. And it can also keep getting stronger as Chen Mo gets stronger. Because in essence, this is also a parasite. As long as the genes evolve, all parasites will benefit. This is a unique product on the way of evolution, and there are no other civilizations except me. Unique. Even except me, no one else can use it. Because you have to control the exclusive race of mushrooms, you can manipulate this heart. In essence, this is a living creature. A heart without a body. Unfortunately, the smallest diameter of the heart can only be 10 meters. The largest parasite I have on hand can only be 2 floors large and can't hold it. At this point, Chen Mo feels a pity. For the time being, this magical heart can only be used by the prism mushroom. That stuff doesn't take up any space, you can do as much as you want. Originally, what limited the charging speed and power of the prism mushroom was the energy supply. Now with a powered heart, you can build bigger and more powerful. 1 is stronger than 6. Chen Mo connected the light prism mushroom to the magic heart, and the result of the test made him overjoyed. If it is not controlled, the surging energy can even directly burst the light prism mushroom. For such a heart, only 10 are needed to support Terra's defense system. The original top-level magic crystal can still be saved a lot, and the energy utilization rate has been improved. So, thinking, Chen Mo thought. The entire Terra's defense system began to be gradually transformed. This is also the benefit of fully bio-manufacturing. With a single thought, Chen Mo can make the device bigger or smaller, or grow tentacles and climb to the right position by himself. Maintenance and modification are very convenient. If it is purely mechanical construction or magic weapons, such a large defense system all over the world, or modify the core energy supply device, not 10 days and a half months, don't even think about it. This time, I hope to make history and strive for a strongest ranking. With a strong defense system, Chen Mo has more confidence. This light speed attack, powerful lethality, could be used to deal with the sun of the world, it couldn't be better. Thinking so, Chen Mo opened the newcomer area. Follow the movements of the children of the world. At present, it is suspected that one has appeared, and his newcomer has been found dead. There are no more clues for now. Of course, there is no shortage of talent among the newcomers. Nor is it vegetarian. They dare not go out of the world channel. It does not mean that their exclusive race does not dare. Many people have used the means. Is poking around, while gorilla outside. Some people even boasted that they had taken advantage of the emptiness behind the natives, had already copied their hometown, and were looting. In terms of individual combat power, many of the exclusive races of the newcomers are crushing the natives. The advantage of the natives lies in the army and the mighty children of the world. Ding. The auction of your space ring is over. The highest bidder is Huang Zid, which is worth 520 million, knowledge. Please choose an opportunity to make a deal with the other party within 1 day. Sudden, a message came. There are people who are willing to spend so much money, and what they do is knowledge, and they have to pay a lot of taxes. Chen Mo couldn't help sighing that there are indeed many rich people in the world. There is no doubt about the value of knowledge. This has a very strict valuation system, and the flow of knowledge within the Federation is strictly restricted. This can be taken out as a transaction, which proves to be safe and sound. There is a high probability that the creator of this knowledge has fallen or born within the Star Soul world. No matter what the reason is, the other party should urgently need this space ring and have no money. I want this knowledge. Chen Mo confirms the deal. But time, certainly not now. At this time, the newcomer area is already boiling. Several newcomers have been killed in a row. The intensity was instantly pushed to the peak. Several civilized natives mixed together. It's over, the natives form a team. This is treating me as a boss. Brothers, I can't stand it, so I will withdraw first. Crazy, these natives are completely desperate. If this continues, I will be consumed to death. Help, which dad gives me some money? I'll buy some magic crystals. My magic crystal cannon is running out of energy. Ha ha ha, I'm on the 14th planet of Chen Mo, it's safe and hygienic. In the whole newcomer area, there is basically nothing to say. Except for planet 14. This results in the newcomer area being divided into two completely different atmospheres. The scene is magical and divisive. Some people even cursed and fought. Of course, this and Chen Mo don't care about that. Now, his eyes fell outside Terra. At this moment, a large number of Aboriginal people rushed towards here like a tide. Before Chen Mo became famous, it was to let the indigenous people retreat. But now the natives have no way out. Instead, he was more willing to fight with him. They all think that he is very capable, and killing him can cause greater losses to people outside the realm. Light Prism Mushroom Charge. A very simple command. It didn't even have to be ordered by Chen Mo. His subordinates can handle it with ease. When the natives were about to rush out of the passage, the titans clapped their hands lightly. Next moment, dazzling light filled the passage. The light fades. Nothing is left. The flesh and blood were scattered, and the powerful energy turned it into basic atoms. Even the red beam of light rushed out of the passage and directly cut off a third of a mountain peak. Evaporate in place. Everything on a line, all disappeared. There are even natives standing on the edge. After a while, he came to his senses and fell down with a bang, only half of his body. Because the speed of light attack is too fast. The injury didn't even have time to transmit to the other half of the body. This led to this extremely bizarre and terrifying sight. This outrageous attack method made the army still outside collectively stunned. A terrible sense of oppression makes them afraid. But soon, they were concentrated again. Rush. For our race, flesh, will, unyielding, let us be reborn from the ashes. On the battlefield, it is the place where collective will is most likely to be stimulated, and terrorist forces erupt. If you add some masters who are good at deceiving. Chen Mo looked out of the passage, and there was a powerful native standing in the air, inspiring everyone. Every word makes people's blood boil. 2.4 is Chen Mo. Across the passage, he was affected a little, and his thoughts boiled a little. This is the horror of the battlefield of life and death. The will of all living beings has been stimulated to the extreme. This made Chen Mo feel slightly uncomfortable. But he didn't shy away. A rare opportunity. It is safe to observe a bloody killing between races with the naked eye. This is a kind of experience, a precipitation. All charge. The future of the race is in your hands. Think about your family. Think about our wonderful planet. War for the world. The Aboriginal leader roared wildly. Every word he said was like a drum of war. The will of the entire battlefield has been stirred to the extreme. Interesting, I was used as a whetstone. Chen Mo observed that the indigenous people who hit the laser defense line were not very powerful. Not even a professional fighter. The other party didn't even think about the success of the attack. Instead, he was using Chen Mo's terrifying and desperate strength to oppress himself. In turn, it stimulates infinite fighting spirit and gathers collective will. This may be able to give birth to the child of the world. Chapter 82 Chen Mo wants to kneel. I plant destiny on the planet. 2 more. Rush. This time it will be a success. Feeling the atmosphere on the battlefield, the Aboriginal leader couldn't help his blood. This tragic battle, his eyelids jumped. I've never seen it in my life. But as long as the sacrifice is worth it, it's okay. The son of the world on planet 34 has set an example for them. Sacrifice the whole clan and gather the collective will. Use flesh and blood to condense the sharp edge of the game. Only the children of the world still have the power to fight. Even if it is the final failure, the child of the world has hope of survival, and letting him leave with the seed of life is not a complete failure. 1 billion people, fill in this meat grinder. It will be successful. He looked more determined. When the time comes, let the guy inside pay the debt with blood. Kill it. The harder you kill, the deeper the hatred. Looking at the aborigines swarming to death, Chenmo sighed and was speechless. It's so boring, isn't it? You must know that every planet is now ablaze with war, and many places are extremely cruel. Here, as one of the most intense battlefields, he is not nervous at all. Even after getting used to this intense environment. There is also time to make a cup of tea. The other party can't get in, just spraying each other in the air, how to increase the experience. His light prism mushroom is huge, and it is often destroyed by the opponent's strong long-range attack. But that's not a waste at all. 29 to grow a big mushroom, all you need is free ore and soil. At most, add some magic crystals. The only thing that can barely be regarded as consumption is the top-level magic crystal used by the magic heart. This is currently unavailable to Chenmo, and can only be bought at a high price. Moreover, these flesh and blood destroyed by the laser are all precious organic matter. It's hard to stand up from the womb. Step by step, he grew so big, and he was full of wisdom, possessing various skills, and a small number of them possessed unfamiliar magic technology and knowledge. It was directly beaten into plasma, or atoms. A real waste. In this way, the battle is definitely not possible. There are only losses, material and experience gains, and there is no such thing. Chenmo thought about it. Simply change the shooting angle of the prism mushroom. Multiple cross-fired, forming a continuous laser channel. In this channel, there are mesh lasers that cannot pass through at any time. In short, a person rushes through the laser net, that is, it becomes hundreds of dollars. This is also the defensive state of Chenmo's initial shooting. Powered by a magical heart, enough to maintain this final form. He doesn't fight anymore. Block the entire channel directly. Picture calm. To fight, change place, fight hard. In this battlefield, Chenmo chose Planet 34. It just so happens that the sun is also attracted here. Kill it. All charge. Gritting his teeth, the indigenous leader directly exerted his power, and the next one, everyone's blood boiled. Of course, that alone is useless. Must cooperate with the overall environment. Evil alien, give me death. An indigenous warrior pulled out a sharp blade, and the next moment, he rushed out dozens of meters away. Not all of them came up to die. Among them, there are many masters. These masters, if the breakthrough is successful, just one is enough to cause heavy damage to the other party. If you can destroy the other party's magical energy device, all the natives believe that when you hear the city defense weapon, it is time to pay for the blood debt. However, the next moment, the expert who rushed in slammed into a net of red light intertwined. Then, his whole person turned into a few $100s and flew forward. This fragment also burned instantly in the air. This was not an accident, but started to happen continuously. As a result, the nature of the battle has changed. From the fierce offensive and defensive battle at the beginning, it became a one-sided one, hitting the tip of the knife made of lasers by himself. Does this inspire a stubborn fighting spirit? There is no difference between suicide and suicide. Even the strange human beings observed inside disappeared. All that's left is this terrifying light that cuts everything. Hold on for a while. The native chief collapsed. Retreat. We need to find other planets. He had to shout. If you don't stop shouting, the courage you have finally gathered to live to death will all dissipate. Now their only hope is to go all out. What makes him hate so much is that the one who can provide a powerful pressure planet is this strange human being. He said to let them go to the 34th planet to grind, and they were satisfied. My lord, the passage on planet 34 is not blocked, and there are extremely terrifying monsters in it. There has been reduced to the most brutal battlefield, murderous. A sentinel sent a verification message. Planet 34. Kill. He was furious. The other party treats them like island bugs, why don't they themselves? Since you are not afraid of backlash, then come on. The native chief sneered. They never yield to anyone. Their sons of the world will have a steely will, incomparably powerful. Sent the natives to Planet 34. Chenmo couldn't help but smile. There, he will collect the flesh and blood of the natives, temper their will with a strange and terrible army like the evil god, let them give birth to the children of the world, and then harvest the children of the world. Perfectly closed loop. But Chenmo is not 100% sure whether it will succeed or not. I can only say take one step at a time. The next battle will be boring. Chen Mo watched for a while, and simply opened the watch. At this time, the newcomer area is still lively. Logically speaking, everyone is fighting intensely, and there shouldn't be much time for water groups. But this year's game is a little different. There are about 8 million players who are watching the game. There are so many of them, guarding a passage, don't be too simple. Not to mention the powerful light prism mushroom. So when they were in a hurry, they were all frantically blowing water and pointing the country. My dear, the battle is so fierce. I glanced at the list and saw that several players' names were grayed out. If nothing else, a group of players will be eliminated soon. Hee hee, don't be complacent, you chickens, do you really think Chen Mo is omnipotent? My people have detected that some indigenous people have invaded Planet 34. One of Chen Mo's strongholds is over. Hey, no way, the Planet 34 is Chen Mo's latest occupation, and there are a lot of light prism mushrooms there. There is the strongest monster flying dragon army inside. The strongest. You're afraid that you haven't seen what a lifeless native looks like, and it's not even one, there are more than a dozen natives there. The horizontal one is afraid of being dumbfounded, and the dumb one is afraid of dying. Haven't you heard of it? Oops, oh, my poor boss Chen Mo, one ball was smashed by someone in this wave, and now there is only one left. I must have been so angry that I was screaming. A powerful newcomer said. Some members of the Chen Mo observation post, who still have time to watch the newcomer area, have been talking. There are not many of them. But each of them has their own strength, and what they say is also true. For a time, many ordinary newcomers did not speak. Are worried. Someone was in a hurry and tried to find Chen Mo to confirm. Looking at this posture, there is no need to attract the children of the world. Chen Mo is so hateful. The children of the world didn't even come, and the defense was penetrated. Can Chen Mo's words be believed? The light prism mushroom can resist the aboriginals' cowhide has been blown, and then, what can resist the child of the world? I think Planet 34 is still fighting. My scout just said that indigenous people keep pouring in, and it's like a bottomless pit. Chen Mo is really awesome and very strong, but in this wave, I'm sure he won't win the game too easily, and even has to spit out a lot of good things. Right, sell my 10 times the price of the magic cannon, and I will return it at 20 times. Alas, if it weren't for the fear of the world's children, we would all concentrate on one planet and bet against Chen Mo to see which natives attack. I'm looking forward to this scene, but unfortunately we haven't produced a top powerhouse yet. Haha, 8 million people are being fooled there, ahem. If the natives passed by, wouldn't 580 be stimulated without thinking about it? What's so exciting? The son of the world breaks through Chen Mo's Terra Star, knocks him out directly, and then gives birth to a new first place. That's exciting. Damn it, I'm looking forward to it when you say that. Chen Mo watched everyone blowing water and couldn't help but smile. Too lazy to explain. Instead, he turned over the chat log curiously. The few people who could still send scouts were turned over. They described the battlefield on Planet 34, albeit with deliberate exaggeration. But really should have seen the scene. These few must be flying races, and they are extremely fast. Maybe some of them are also good at hiding traces, or mimicking. Otherwise, such a calm investigation environment would not be possible. It's just that these people have never confronted the children of the world head-on. They wouldn't think that if they didn't lure the son of the world in, they could kill each other with just a few cannons at the door. Naive. Number 34 is the battlefield, which is what Chen Mo had planned for a long time. They seem to me that I am inferior, and even the planet is almost lost. But the actual situation is, I have long bred a magical heart in me, and established a defense system that blocks an entire continent. The natives came in, just to send me combat experience and genetic data. The natives experienced the tempering of blood and fire, thinking about the birth of the child of the world, and then their strength increased greatly, and they can kill. But the problem is, my damage to them is also increasing with the collection of genes. Originally, their son of the world, I fought, and it was still difficult. But take me as a whetstone, the children of the world who are born are naturally restrained by me. As soon as it was born, it was restrained, and the damage bonus started at 2000%. Give birth to the child of the world by yourself, and then reap it by yourself. This wave of my harvest will be great. Does anyone feel like an opportunity to be number one? The end result must be very interesting. First, it can only be Chen Mo's. And, it will be an unprecedented first. Chapter 83 Chen Mo defeats 1 million people, the advantage is me. 3 more. Chen Mo was busy trying to fall back into the planet as quickly as possible, defending a continent. But all of this fell into the eyes of the rest of the unwitting players. Many people were shocked, especially the 8 million ordinary newcomers. Immediately stunned. This wave is equivalent to riding a roller coaster. From the suspicion at the beginning, to the stable operation of Daoyutai, and now I feel that the indigenous people will take over at any time. In short, someone wants to get out. But when they arrived at the entrance of the planet's passage, looking at the indigenous people who slaughtered the sky and covered the earth, they suddenly wanted to cry without tears. Alas, I can only hope that Chen Mo can stand it. Don't panic, we'll be ready as soon as possible. If the sun of the world doesn't come, we can still withstand it. It will take several days to kill 8 million pigs. Yes, makes sense. FKU, you are the pigs. For a time, ordinary people made a new group. Of course, if someone feels it's too dangerous to stay inside and wants to get out. Chen Mo doesn't stop. Anyway, he received the money, and the responsibility can be regarded as fulfilled. What these people want after that is none of his business. Chen Mo's wave should be gone. Haha, it's cool to think about it. I didn't expect that he was not bombed by the Tianshan Temple spaceship, but overturned in the native. Don't. I think it's true that the loss is big, but the opponent's own planet is still defenseless. FK it. After confirming that Planet 34 is gone, I will directly lead the Son of the World to Terra. Lu Fan said aggressively. For a time, there were many supporters in the entire Chen Mo observation post. Brother Fan is domineering. The world has suffered for Chen Mo for a long time. This wave of everyone's hard work together has brought Chen Mo down to the altar. That's why, because of his racial particularity, he has been relying on numbers to control so many resources, and these planets are freed up. How good it is for us. Brothers, out of 100 planets, 2 planets now have no planetary will, that is to say, if Chen Mo fails, there are 2 planets that can be occupied. Hi, if you win the next one, it will be unprecedented. Unprecedented can't be counted, but under Chen Mo, invincible. No, Chen Mo hasn't been eliminated yet. Are you a little more optimistic? Wang Yifeng wants to join the crusade against Chen Mo together. But on second thought, he simply came to a reverse poisonous milk. I used to say bad things about Chen Mo, but I got slapped in the face every time. This time, it's okay to help Chen Mo talk, right? Wang Yifeng thought so, and said the above sentence. The situation was also as he thought, and immediately attracted a lot of ridicule. This makes him a little annoyed. He is a good face. But to be honest, for Chen Mo, he was really afraid, and he was all overshadowed by it. Therefore, these words of his are not purely to praise Chen Mo, but are really kind to remind everyone. It is not an exaggeration to take 10,000 points of caution. The lion fights the rabbit with all his strength. What's more, Chen Mo is really not easy to mess with. Biting his head, he reminded everyone again. Okay, it's okay, young Master Feng, I'll call you young Master Feng today, to give you face. If you continue to disturb the morale of the army here and talk about these things, believe it or not, I will let everyone vote and kick you out. Quote. You administrator, did not play a role in strengthening the momentum and uniting everyone. Lu Fan said angrily. At the same time, Wang Yifeng couldn't help but look down on Wang Yifeng. This product was hanged and beaten by Chen Mo before, not without reason. This guts is not true. Except for money, Wang Yifeng is not as good as him anywhere. Has he never been tricked by Chen Mo? More and more courageous. Afraid of hanging. You Wang Yifeng dare not offend the person. I dare. You can't stand up to Chen Mo. I'll come. If I dare not go, I will kneel down and call Chen Mo grandpa. Lu Fan said directly. Very tough words. If I can't beat Chen Mo, it's a big deal to go back to being a rich man. He has a father, the president of the consortium. Shit. And he's not without a fight. His giant race has been promoted again. At this time, the civilization level has reached 0.9 level, and the 1.0 level civilization that has undergone qualitative change is just around the corner. He estimates that Chen Mo will be stronger, but it should be around 1.1 at most. There is a gap with him, but his arms can leapfrog challenge. Some of the geniuses he has carefully cultivated have long reached extraordinary strength. The most powerful one of them is already level 9. This wave of bloody battle, coupled with his huge amount of resources smashed into it, has the hope of reaching the level 9 peak. If you are lucky, you might be able to touch the legend. At that time, he will directly be the first in single combat power. Where can't you go? Chen Mo's legion he will deliberately trample a few on the ground. The feeling of rampage, he also wanted to experience it. Brother Fan is awesome. Atmospheric. The eldest young master's style is true and the situation is small. What is there to dare to think about? Chen Mo can make those 2 goals, but we can't make it. Li Long, who was 8th on the newcomer contribution list, also stood up and said lightly. His demons are already bred, when will the flying dragons be mere? Tear by hand. But this Lu Fan, very brave, might be his competitor. In addition to Chen Mo, this kid also has to pay attention. And when he eliminated Chen Mo, this person would be in trouble if Oriole came after him. He wanted to say something like that just now, but Lu Fan took the lead. In fact, it sends out 9th order individuals that can fly, if they cooperate with certain strategies. The risk of attracting the children of the world is not unbearable. Of course, he's not brainless. At that time, if we say, if Chen Mo is really that strong, it's okay, he will still be number 1. Then it will be difficult for him. Might be targeted. However, if you measure it carefully, the benefits of this are really too great. Imagine being the first rookie ever to get a planet and win the second test. Not only that, there are exclusive rewards for the first place. Only, this will definitely get the special attention of the Federation, or even the attention of a certain adult. No matter how lucky you are, it is not impossible to be watched by the laws of the world. Thinking of this, he couldn't help but breathe. Compared with these, offending Chen Mo and being chased by the children of the world. Really acceptable. Yeah, Brother Long is right. Not only do we have to do it, but we also have to grab with both hands, and we have to be hard with both hands. Go to hell. Go deep, and get out of the water. FK your uncle, can you guys be more serious? How about dealing with Chen Mo? You guys all feel like you're stable. Wang Yifeng was immediately stunned. These people are driving. How big is this heart? Don't really think that 1,000,000 to 1, the advantage is in me. Although he often feels this way. 18. Forget it, just watch it anyway. With his strength, it is not a problem to grab a lot of benefits. I lost so many people anyway. Just eat Lu Fan's table with everyone. In short, Chen Mo's observation post became lively. Many experts have participated in the discussion. Mainly divided into 2 factions. The first is the radicals. Mainly led by Lu Fan, who is 3rd in the newcomer list. They thought it was certain that Planet 34 had fallen. Then wait for the right time, and directly lure the son of the world to Chen Mo's lair. Of course, this is very dangerous. Almost no one wants to do it. Because there is a high probability of being beaten to death by Chen Mo, or crushed to death by the child of the world. Of course, if the money is in place, the situation is different. And Lu Fan said, he can do it. Of course, if this method does not work, there is a plan B. Everyone gathered and bet against Chen Mo. Chen Mo can gather ordinary newcomers and increase their difficulty. Naturally, they can also join forces and improve together. Let's see who can't stand it first. If you win, you will be happy, and if you lose, you will be blessed. The second group is of course not the moderates, but the less radicals. Mainly led by Wang Yifeng, who is 2nd in the newcomer list. He thinks that it should be safe to observe the situation of Planet 34 first, but not to interfere. Waiting for 100% confirmation that Chen Mo is really dead. Let's see how the situation plays out. Li Qinhao, A. At this time, on Planet 34, the battle is already very intense. Under Chen Mo's stubborn resistance, the indigenous people finally rushed into Planet 34. However, what greeted them was a battlefield that had already been preset. Chen Mo opened up an entire continent as a battlefield. It's here. There are countless terrifying twisted monsters, deadly spores floating in the air. In short, the tide-like monsters are fighting against the indigenous army one after another. This parasite army did not use either electromagnetic weapons or light prism mushrooms. Instead, he used sharp claws and venom to engage in the most exciting hand-to-hand combat with the natives. For a time, the intensity of the war directly increased. There are indigenous people who are united, hundreds of millions of legions, roaring in unison. Good. Quicker. The flame of civilization, burn me. Your sacrifice has forged the cornerstone of our civilization forever. The indigenous leader roared wildly. The power of the legend is about to appear under the unity of the will. The fanatical division began to spread to the entire continent. No one noticed. Blood seeped directly into the ground. Some corpses disappeared, swallowed by the creep. Chapter 84 Chen Mo, Blow Me. Feel the grace. One update currently, the number of indigenous individuals entering the battlefield of Planet 34 is about 300 million. The number is still increasing, and it should be increased to about 1 billion. Among them, individuals above the 7th order need to pay attention to their number. It is currently 100,000, but there should be 3 million more to join the battlefield in the future. Chen Mo looked down on the entire battlefield from a high altitude. He didn't need to worry about the natives escaping. As long as there is enough terrifying pressure to grind, these natives will keep coming. And run as fast as you can. Come deliver. This sounds crazy and incredible. But that's what it is. Chen Mo didn't expect at first that he could still use terrible lethality and strong sense of oppression as a means of attracting indigenous people. Moreover, the alliance between the natives further increased the spread of his famous name. Many indigenous people came here because of their fame. Want to feel grace. Create a child of the world with Chen Mo. This time, Chen Mo also learned his lesson. He didn't use weapons that were too wasteful of resources. Instead, let the Parasite Legion get started directly. To provide the highest quality child of the world birth service. Moreover, the flesh and blood torn by the claws are also flesh and blood. For Chen Mo, there is little difference from the completed organism. They can be quickly absorbed and transformed, and then a steady stream of parasites hatch from the underground and the rear creep. Then cycle, and then go into battle. The resources he has at hand will only increase. So far, he has killed almost 100 million natives. In other words, it won't be long before he hatches an army of 100 million parasites. The natives are of course not stupid. They are also breaking through the defense line, but the rest of the place is full of creep, and poisonous gas is floating on the creep. Generally, if the natives get close, they will instantly turn into a pool of blood. Even if the powerful natives pass, it is useless, because if you continue to move forward, you will find that it is still a creep. This squirming sticky piece of meat seems to have no end and directly covers the surface of the planet. 583 They can't find a core target that they can attack. If there is a target, it is a few giant flesh and blood nests, which are the base camp for the manufacture of parasites. However, each layer is equivalent to a base built of flesh and blood, the size of a city, and there are still many places where there are light prism mushrooms. Even powerful natives will be wiped out if they approach the past. Kill. That is the key point of the opponent's stronghold. Powerful warriors charge with me. The indigenous people are all red-eyed, and the strong among them are even more crazy. At this moment, they only have killing in their eyes, which stimulates the ultimate will, and let them have no fear of pain and death. Evil invaders, you have to pay the price. Just such a roar, which only lasted for a few seconds, disappeared. Chen Mo's light prism mushroom, he is not a vegetarian. As long as he wants to, he can instantly kill any unstable factors on the battlefield. The biological brain with powerful computing power can pay attention to every detail. So although the overall appearance, Chen Mo's defense line is constantly being impacted, seems to be shaky. In fact, it is impregnable. Your ethnic group understands the race very well by analyzing the genes of the indigenous night demon, and has a restraining effect. Any behavior on it will have a 100% effect. Analysis of your ethnic group's genes of indigenous gray dwarfs. Pieces of system information kept flashing. My harm to these races is already very high. That's enough to understand. Next, just waiting. Why is this green skin so fierce? Chen Mo suddenly noticed a corner of the battlefield. Not to be surprised. Here is a green skin, whose physique is stronger than the rest of the green skins, and his body is 3 meters tall. The battle is also very brave and arrogant. Logically speaking, this kind of hand-to-hand combat is all about you and me. Indigenous people will not suffer too much. After all, they are a level 1 civilization, and many of them are strong in body refinement or cultivation. But in front of this green skin, the situation has changed. He is basically a knife, no, a mace and a child. Strength, reaction speed, and fighter skill are all extremely good, exceeding the green skin average by 200%, and still improving. Chen Mo couldn't help but be astonished. Could there be genius in his parasite? Moreover, this genius method is different from the original green-skinned race, the goblins. Not reflected in the practice or the manufacture of explosive devices. This growth rate is simply too fast, right? Like blowing up a balloon. Cultivation of going crazy is not so fast. Feelings are unlikely to be the cause of genius. Chen Mo took a closer look. He followed the way of genetic ascension. Although he has not gone deep into the genetic level, at the very least, controlling the genes and making all individuals the same is the most basic cluster creatures, but there is no better individual. Everyone here is the same, the genes are the same, and even the looks are similar. It's all one that left the waterline down. The probability of a prominent individual in this situation is extremely small. Even if there is, it will not suddenly mutate so violently. The most important thing is that if the genes have changed and mutated, how could Chen Mo not know, as the master brain, the embodiment core of the will of the group? There must be other reasons. Chen Mo checked and found that the green skin gene was the same as the rest of the individuals. Nothing has changed. The only difference is that he is very popular. Yes, he was very popular in the astral world, and even more so among the greenskin groups around the battlefield. Boom. With another stick, a 7th order indigenous powerhouse was directly smashed by this giant green skin and flew hundreds of meters away. Good. Oh. So powerful. Brother Mao is strong and cunning. The surrounding greenskins were greatly inspired by him, and they became more and more brave. At the same time, the power of Brother Mao was spread. Visible to the naked eye, the green skin called Mao Zhe is a little bigger. His power is stronger. It's close to level 8. Chen Mo was dumbfounded when he saw this. This involves his knowledge blind spot. Dude, can this blow too? Blow hard. With the praise of his companions, this guy has become stronger all the way. From the first order small green skin, to a height of 1 meter, all the way to a height of more than 3 meters CJCE, becoming a battlefield bully. Although it is not as good as the 9th order top combat power of the natives. But this green skin grows fast. Of course, the stronger, the more dangerous this guy likes to play drill. Next, Chen Mo found several such green skins. They all killed a lot of natives in a row for accidental reasons, or completed a certain feat. At this time, the surrounding greenskin saw in their eyes, and they all recognized his strength. So the green skin naturally became the captain. Of course, the belligerent greenskin captain will also become the target of the native masters because he is stronger. Will be killed quickly. But with such a number, there are always some lucky ones who can get enough greenskin recognition. And then getting stronger. Brother Mao is the lucky one. He has reached the level of being able to compete with the 8th rank, and will not die easily. Of course, no matter how fast and strong the green skin grows, it will not be out of Chen Mo's control. In other words, there is no separation from this concept. Chen Mo is the divine will, the core of all parasites. The stronger the parasites are, the stronger he will be. Unlike the planetary will without self-awareness, he cannot be replaced. It seems that this kind of large-scale battle, a long-term battle, is far more beneficial to me than I imagined. Maybe, can cultivate a group of powerful green skins. Chen Mo thinks that green skins, I believe, talent is really getting more and more interesting. And his star soul seems to have brought this characteristic. Exclusive race that can enhance the Lord of Star Soul. No wonder the ability he obtained from the exclusive race was different from what he saw in the textbook. Of course, whether it is his spiritual power or green skin, I think there must be an upper limit. Now, Chen Mo is eager to see, where is the current upper limit touted by the greenskins. Chen Mo allowed the creep to spread while observing the battlefield, collecting undamaged magic weapons. Although these weapons are cheap, they are superior in quantity. How much can be worth some money? Mosquito legs are meat no matter how small they are. Collect them and hang them on the trading platform. The fight continues. A steady stream of natives kept pouring in. This scene was naturally noticed by many newcomers. Everyone was stunned by the scale of the battle. Hi. The natives have almost 300 million in it, right? More than that, I've been paying attention, it's almost 500 million. There are still a steady stream of indigenous people outside. Is this stabbing the natives' nest? Chen Mo, the big guy is awesome. Not only is his fighting power amazing, but his ability to draw hatred is also top-notch. He was besieged by more than a dozen indigenous tribes. What the hell did he do? The most important thing is that this planet cannot be defended. Then why are you hesitating? Just start it. Lu Fan was excited. Yes, do it. I have found the position of the child of the world who was born. Li Long also said, I don't want you to come, I can do it myself. Lu Fan waved his hand disdainfully, and then sent his subordinates. I saw a powerful giant rushing out of the passage, splashing a piece of flesh and blood. He broke out of the aboriginal encirclement and began to move outside. He's going to look for opportunities to make the world's sun in the right place. This giant, the Ninth Order. It is his strongest combat power. A talented giant who has spent a lot of hard work to cultivate. I believe that the task can be completed perfectly. Lu Fan looked forward to it. Eliminate Chen Mo, he will be the second child immediately. As for Wang Yifeng, he has the confidence to win. So at this moment, Lu Fan is full of energy. Wait, it's not right. Why does this native seem to be filling a bottomless pit? So many natives entered, and there are many seventh order powerhouses, why didn't even a splash? Wang Yifeng said quickly. There are also other newcomers, and they are not aware of it. FK, everyone, look at the trading platform. Chen Mo is still selling magic weapons. Overflow. Isn't this a weapon to attack the natives of his planet? He still has the energy to collect these. For a time, everyone was surprised. Did Chen Mo fail in the end? It feels like a failure, but not a complete failure. Can it still stand? No one knew. Their surprise was just an appetizer. Good show, still to come. Chapter 85 Lu Fan's Conspiracy. Harvest time. 2 more. The battle is still raging, but the discussion about Chen Mo is rising again. Especially for the 8 million ordinary newcomers. This news is ecstasy. Haha, just say, how could the big boss Chen Mo fail? This is all the pubic hair of a million cancer calves. Woo-woously. The newcomers were sweating on their palms and could finally breathe a sigh of relief. This news came too timely. It shocked them. It was also refreshing. It's because I saw someone listening to the letter and being confused. After going out, now they are crying and shouting, but they can't come back. Many people applauded. Chen Mo observed the newcomers in the post and didn't dare to speak harshly. At this moment, the situation is not good originally. They all thought that Chen Mo was going to be cold, and no matter how bad it was, he should be under a lot of pressure. But he was still picking up weapons and selling them. You know, this is something that requires a wealth of troops and a lot of wealth to do it. No one will waste manpower to pick up weapons when the defense line is about to collapse. Chen Mo is an exaggeration. Damn, this is too awesome. I'm so tired, I really want to follow Chen Mo as a gangster. Is there still a lack of younger brothers? My newcomer list is the 100,000th, standing behind the boss, I should be able to do it. My top school, graduated from Shanghai University, big eyes, small face, slender waist, buttocks, long legs, height 175, 36D, don't you know enough to warm the bed for the boss? I don't know how tall Chen Mo is, the girl with perfect body upstairs is suitable for the boss to press legs. Hey, I still expect Lu Fan to take the top position and sit on the first throne. This is difficult. Yes, if the 34th planet can't be won, what ability does the natives have to break Chen Mo's Tai Chi? Pull the star. The defense of the nest must be the most stringent. By the way, Lu Fan has not already sent out. What's the situation now? Wang Yifeng. Isn't it going to die? He said rudely. Anyway, this is for a while, wait for the table. Just run on the other side. Watching the discussion in the newcomer area, Lu Fan's forehead began to sweat. Chen Mo also hides his strength, he is very strong. Now, there is a dilemma. No matter what, stop first. He is still sensible. If you continue to make it clear that you are fighting against Chen Mo, you will not be in trouble. Maybe it will be an egg hitting a stone. You deliver it to your door. Terra must not go. Don't you call Han Han back. Li Long said immediately. He felt that Lu Fan was the biggest competitor, but that was after Chen Mo fell. Not yet, the two are partners. So he quickly reminded. Of course, his tone was not good either, so he laughed and laughed at Lu Fan's confusion. Whoever asked the other party to compete to do this work, how great it is. Are you struggling now? Humph. Lu Fan's face was ugly, but after thinking about it, he hurriedly issued an order. But what confused him was his subordinate, the only strongest giant, has been targeted by the son of the world. This time, running desperately. It's over, the arrow is on the string, and I have to send it. Gritting his teeth, he simply said. Who told me? Immediate results. You group of fearful persecutors have no fighting spirit. I encountered a little difficulty. Just like this, I still think about being with Chen Mo. To be honest, if I were him, I would just ignore you. Scare, look down. He said so, and with an idea, he directly asked his subordinates to take the other party and go to Planet 34. Tyra is definitely out of the game. But what if there are so many natives of Planet 34, plus a child of the world? Ah, this wave is a matter of urgency. He breathed a sigh of relief. Not only does it look good, Furious a few other administrators, but still will not waste this giant. No, I'm thinking, you can lead to Planet 34. Isn't that according to Chen Mo's orders? If you really lead it, you can invite Chen Mo to dinner. It's awesome, and in the most arrogant tone, he said the most terrifying words. Lu Fan is my brother. In terms of temperament, he really took care of him. The crowd laughed, mocking Lu Fan, especially the 8 million newcomers. Their stomach hurts from laughing directly. Of course, this question depends on where you stand. Understand that there are still people. Haha, so Lu Fan is so awesome. This operation will not offend Chen Mo, but will also disgust the other party. Yeah, so Chen Mo would have had a hard time resisting. If there is another child of the world, he must not suffer heavy losses. I guess the big boss Chen Mo can really kill the son of the world, but I don't know why, so the natives beat him up, making him miscalculate the situation. Indeed, I also think so, so Lu Fan is awesome. If Chen Mo can't resist this wave, I can't blame him. If he can resist, he has to add friends and thank others. Li Long. Okay, I can't see that you still have such a skill. He was vigilant at times. This Lu Fan looked reckless and showed a lot of attention, but he didn't expect that he would be able to generate wisdom in a hurry and come up with such a unique trick. Brilliant. An upright conspiracy. Wang Yifeng is really happy now. He gave Lu Fan a thumbs up. This guy's operation is much stronger than his previous furious Chen Mo. Chen Mo updated the transaction column as usual, listed a large number of goods, and continued to pay attention to the battlefield. At this time, he was carefully observing the green skin. So it is not known that someone has lured the son of the world to come over. Roar, break me down. The green-furred brother jumped up high. A stick rarely passed, and a large area of the natives all flew up. There was also an 8th order native, who wanted to fight hard, but was shot directly into the air, like a cannonball, and flew out for more than 10 kilometers. The dead can't die anymore. The natives around were all stunned. This green skin doesn't know what's going on. The more he fights, the stronger he feels, and he feels that he has infinite power. It's very strong, but it's almost the limit, 9th order strength. If there is an amplitude of more than 2000%, in a short period of time, if it is unexpected, it will not be a problem to resist the child of the world. Chen Mo laughed. But if you want to be stronger, you can only wait for his genes to continue to evolve and improve. More greenskin, stronger astral. This can support a stronger imagination. After all, the will is born from matter, and they are not yet strong enough that they can soar their consciousness and completely escape from the existence of the body. Collecting resources and evolving genes is the foundation of Chen Mo. All of his wonderful abilities depend on his continuous progress on the road of gene ascension. Now wait for a suitable evolutionary opportunity to appear. By the way, I almost have to show my strength. Otherwise, no one will send me to heaven. What? Chen Mo thought so, before he had time to open the watch. I could hear the natives boiling. The terrifying golden light begins to rise. Like the sun, this is the child of the world. Born. Ding. A possible evolutionary opportunity is detected, and there is a chance to devour the son of Night Demon World to obtain the possibility of evolution. Okay, it's finally time to harvest. After working so hard to put on such a big scene, he finally cultivated a child of the world. Chen Mo excitedly took over. Quickly let the 9th order greenskin walk over with a stick. Ha ha ha. Destiny. The world leader roared. The will of the entire race finally focused on him. Planet Will finally chose him. There are several such candidates, all present. The rest of the people looked complicated. The rest of the indigenous civilizations are becoming more and more urgent. If other people's races obtain the children of the world, there may be reasons for bargaining, and they may even be able to keep civilization. But no, so they go crazy, shock. The fire of civilization burns in my chest. I am destiny. I want to lead an entire civilization. Revenge. The son of the world spoke word by word, and the sound spread to the entire continent. As he became familiar with this wonderful spiritual force blessed by civilization and the planet, he slowly lifted his feet off the ground. The whole person is floating. Like a saint. Slowly, it is about to ascend to the high sky. The light will pierce the darkness, shine and protect the entire race. At this time, his perception ability is rapidly increasing. He feels like he can do anything. This powerful feeling made him addicted. Is this the legend, partial authority in the world? He took a deep breath, raised his head slightly, closed his eyes. Feel it carefully. Of course, he noticed a greenskin approaching him. But it doesn't matter. He has stepped into true transcendence. The attack of mortal things has no effect on me. Picture. Boom. However, next moment, a thick mace knocked over. Wow, it's the green skin. Hey, he knocked down the child of the world. Yo, the whole continent is shaking. Every loud noise means a hard kick. Every foot of the green skin stepped on the face of the child of the world. Chapter 86 The Golden Legend. Lu Fan cried. 3 more. FK. Is it Golden Light? Legend. The battle situation on Chen Mo's side has always been followed by everyone. There are many talented newcomers, using various means to observe from the periphery. They could not see the specific battle situation in the passage. The passageway was blocked, but the golden light rushed out, and many natives cheered excitedly, and many cried. From this, it can be inferred that there must be a child of the world born. And on the battlefield, this kind of situation is almost impossible in normal times, but in this kind of life and death battle dispatched by the whole clan, it is completely possible. Tour. Another legendary child of the world is born. How cruel is Chen Mo's fight here? The children of the world are all out. This situation is extremely unfavorable. Ha ha ha. Planet 34 is going to get cold. For a time, there was a lot of discussion in the newcomer area. In particular, Wang Yifeng, Li Long and others were ecstatic. While sticking to their own passage, they took time out and paid attention to the next movement. If Chen Mo really loses, then here's their chance. Say nothing else. At that time, a child of the world with an army of hundreds of millions will go straight to Chen Mo's Terra Star. Can he withstand it? 100%. 583. Must be cool. It's over. Chen Mo has been used. These natives are using his pressure to consolidate the collective will. A wise man said. This man's point of view was immediately accepted by everyone. The case has been solved. I said why so many natives came here. Chen Mo is the strongest, these natives naturally mourning him. And there are not a few natives who have paid his attention. Hey, this is too miserable, being served by several big natives in turn. Oh, after all, it is the strongest in the newcomer area. Enjoy this blessing. If you are mere second, you are not qualified. Wang Yifeng couldn't help it, and laughed. It's true that Chen Mo was beaten by the group, and he laughed. Not only him, but the other newcomers in Chen Mo's observation post also laughed. Some people actually lost a lot because they were too strong. This has never happened in previous games. This year is really not an ordinary year, and I will lead this era. For a time, Li Long was in high spirits. First place, he must get it. With that in mind, he carefully observed the passage of Planet 34 through his reconnaissance team. I see. Light flickered in the passage. Sometimes there is, sometimes not. It was obviously blocked by something. It should be the child of the world moving at high speed. But anyway, this proves that the fight is on. And there is a high probability that the child of the world is constantly releasing his power to hang Chen Mo. He told the Discovery. For a time, it caused a wave of detailed party discussions. There is a high probability that Chen Mo is quite strong, and can make the child of the world cast golden light near the entrance all the time. It's useless to be strong. It's so difficult in the first place, it's just a dying struggle. Yeah, I also said that Chen Mo has won for sure. I didn't expect such a case. It seems that the rumor that Chen Mo condensed the Star Soul is also false. Actually, the Star Soul powerhouse will not have such outrageous bad luck. He was too low-key. He showed his strength. He didn't know what a low-key development was, and then he surprised everyone. Now even the natives hate him. Many newcomers have spoken, analyzed, say anything. But most of them think that this wave of Chen Mo may lose the planet. Of course, what they don't know is that the actual golden light, the reason why there is no one is. The child of the world appeared on the surface and was pressed into the ground. Greenskin presses the child of the world. Yo. His arrogant and powerful strength was vividly reflected in this moment. The greenskins of the entire battlefield were in a trance. This makes him even more powerful. Every kick, every punch, shook the ground. It also deeply shocked every native. All the natives were stunned. The people who roared about blood debts just now were also dumbfounded. No, this is impossible. The son of the world cannot be defeated by mortals. Someone yelled. Of course, they didn't know that the green-furred brother who was blessed by the power of idealism was not an ordinary thing. His attack had very terrifying, real, damage. Even the children of the world are not immune. Moreover, the child of the world was still familiar with the power, and he did not defend against the greenskin's attack at all. It's like standing up and being beaten. So, the first time, it was solid, and with the Tianlin cover, I rigidly connected the mace. Dizzy, on the spot. With a successful hit, the green skin has extremely rich fighting experience, and immediately takes advantage of the opponent's illness and kills the opponent. Crazy output. Of course, even so, it cannot kill the child of the world. After all, it's just a class. There is a huge gap between the legend and the legend. If you want to kill the child of the world, the possibility is very low. But it can still be done if the opponent is in a state of embarrassment and has been severely injured. Boom. Finally, the child of the world reacted, waved his hand suddenly, and slapped the green skin out. But he hasn't gotten up yet. The huge power that has long been brewing erupted. Next moment, the child of the world was directly hit by the lasers emitted by hundreds of light prism mushrooms. Speed AA of light. Can't dodge. Biological brain micromanipulation. Precise strike. In an instant, the red light covered the golden light. The entire continent screamed in agony. Immediately after, there is a clicking sound. The child of the world's defense collapsed instantly. He finally struggled to stand up, but before he had time to perform any moves, he was directly taken away by a wave. The terrifying high-temperature laser caused dozens of kilometers of ground around the child of the world to evaporate. With a snort, a big pit was formed. It's like being struck by a meteorite. The child of the world in the center of the pit, the head is directly vaporized. Wow, the corpse of the child of the world fell. Ding. Detected the precious child of the world's corpse. Consume 20 drops of evolution potion. At the same time, with the power of the star soul, there is a high probability that the gene of the child of the world can be swallowed up. Is it swallowed immediately? Chen Mo took a deep breath and wiped the sweat from his forehead. He rotates the star soul, and at the same time exerts the strongest power to suppress the child of the world. Using the power of the star soul, he can suppress the invaders of the entire planet like a child of the world. However, Chen Mo didn't do that. What he hopes is that the fight continues. The golden light dissipated. Looking at the corpse lying on the ground, the natives were dumbfounded. Dead, dead. No, it's impossible. The child of the world is invincible. How can I not return my hand, just like that? Woo woo woo. I can't accept it. While talking, some indigenous leaders cried. He didn't dare to say it directly, for fear of undermining his confidence. As soon as the sun of the world appeared, the golden light radiated everywhere, but the next moment, he was pressed and beaten, and he died so uselessly. I didn't even pay back. F. Directly taken away by a set. Especially the indigenous civilization that was defeated. The collective collapsed. Their sons of the world were beaten to death, and a fart. All at a loss. Oops, too much force. Chen Mo ordered Greenskin to snatch the corpse of the child of the world. While seeing the indigenous people's morale so low, immediately knew that the power of the light prism mushroom just now was too fierce. This is his pot, in pursuit of efficiency, while ensuring one-hit kills. Therefore, a set of combos directly took away the child of the world. But such a neat attack severely dampened the morale of the indigenous people. Broke the invincible life of the children of the world in their hearts. 500 or 600 million indigenous warriors are all suspicious of life. At this moment, the collective defense is broken. How does this work? One child of the world is not enough. Chen Mo hopes to see more. At this time, when everyone is unclear about the situation, the newly born child of the world is the easiest to kill. Chen Mo was secretly anxious. Hurry up and secretly manipulate to infect a few natives. Get ready to shout slogans and fight again. However, at this time, I saw a giant glowing all over, forcibly ramming away the natives and rushing in from the outside. He was unexpectedly walking behind. And the natives were just dumbfounded. 2.4. He was pushed horizontally all the way, and rushed directly through the passage. Swoosh. Appeared in front of the green skin. Chen Mo was pondering what the situation was, when a golden light rose from the passage. FK, it's a golden legend. It's the child of the world that the other players brought in. Simply seamless. Absolutely. This person is qualified to treat me to a meal. Chen Mo is all smiles. What a great day today. This wave must be grasped, and the harvest is full. The 3 magical hearts that have been bred, fully activated. Ready to charge. The light on the prism mushroom gradually glowed red. Here Chen Mo sees good people and good deeds. Someone sincerely invites you to dinner. On the other side, from the perspective of the communicator carried by the giant, it's a completely different picture. I see. A 4-meter-high green skin stood in a circular meteorite impact crater, holding a headless corpse in his hand. On the corpse, there is a faint golden light that has not completely dissipated. What this means is self-evident. Lu Fan, who was watching this scene from the other end, shivered. She showed an expression uglier than crying. Chapter 87 Strong Terrain. Cosmic Slaves. One more. What an evil and strange breath. Where did you think you were going to take me? This is your support. Die. The children of the world who poured into the channel did not speak much. Directly volley pinched. Wow. Running all the way, the giant, who was seriously injured, could no longer resist, and was directly crushed into a rain of blood. Immediately afterwards, the children of the world will launch an attack on the greenskins. But it was blocked by a red light. The child of the world was very vigilant when he came in. He sensed that there was energy brewing, and predicted in advance. He tilted his head, dodging the blow. I have mastered my own strength, your low-level means are useless to me. The child of the world sneered. With his ability, of course he knew that there was a powerful child of the world who just died. But he will not be afraid. The situation here, he has learned in advance from the clan. The opponent's attack just now must also consume a huge amount. And after taking a risk, he found that it was nothing more than that. The power is huge, but the signs of attack are quite obvious. If you don't have the first mover advantage, don't try to hit him. Thinking of this, he immediately shot, and sure enough, without any obstruction, a light prism mushroom directly turned into a sky-high flame. The son of the world acted quite decisively. Chance. Seeing this situation, the indigenous people who had already prepared to retreat, ignited their fighting spirit again. This is not the son of their civilized world, but it gives them a chance to defeat the enemy. Kill. Eye for eye. For a time, the battlefield boiled instantly. This time, the indigenous people directly tore through the first line of defense and went straight to the flesh lair factory. Fortunately, I was well prepared in advance. Chen Mo took a deep breath, and the mark on the back of his hand suddenly lit up again. If you don't prepare enough, top magic crystals and magic hearts. This wave may really kneel. If he loses, the corpse in his hand will definitely be snatched away. The previous investment was all in vain. Come on, let me see your strength. Chen Mo's thoughts moved, and a large number of flying dragons flew from another continent. At the same time, the entire sky of Planet 34 dimmed. In the sky, thunder flashed. Severe storms, also conceived from the sea, began to strike. This is also the reason why Chen Mo would rather go to great lengths to set up traps on other planets. Fighting with the son of the world, the damage is too fierce. Changing terrain is a common occurrence. You can only choose a useless planet, and you won't be so heartbroken. At the same time, with more fell hearts, start preparing. They never started before. At this moment, the giant insect eggs began to hatch finally. Unleash the fell heart. This is also one of Chen Mo's advantages. His parasite does not depend on magical energy, so when it is not functioning, the energy level is very low. It is difficult to be found by creatures like the children of the world, who are used to judging threats by their energy levels. Full of concealment. To be on the safe side, Chen Mo took out the army from Planet 14 as planned. This is used to block the gate of Planet 34. Prism mushrooms grow inside and out. Make sure to close the door and hit the dog. How is this possible? The scene before the screen goes black. Lu Fan was in a cold sweat. That crater. Properly strong terrain. Hiss. He took a deep breath. Is Chen Mo already so scary? His exclusive race has been able to tear apart the natives. At this moment, Lu Fan was afraid. Chilled. Naturally, he hesitated for this follow-up picture, should he send it out again. Before, his giants went all the way to seduce the children of the world, but they were always posted in the newcomer area. Got a lot of applause. At this time, the newcomer area was lively. Chen Mo alone has attracted 2 sons of the world. It can be said that the greatest pressure has been taken away. Many newcomers have adapted to this fierce battle rhythm, and finally have the time to take a look at the newcomer area. Many people are also sharing their combat experience. But the most attractive, what's more, Lu Fan lured the son of the world to go to Planet 34's show operation. His giant is very strong in combat. Not to mention the release of lightning, it is actually able to control gravity to a certain extent. This is also the reason why he was able to be shot once by the son of the world and never died. This desperate run stunned everyone. In the end, it rushed into the 500 million indigenous army. The point is, it's not dead yet. FK. Brother Fan is awesome. He rushed in all the way. The giant family is indeed the king of land warfare. Mommy, Brother Fan's exclusive race, it's really a bull. So many natives are going on a rampage. Just now I think I knocked all the golden armored natives into the air, and the one wearing golden armor, if my information is correct, it should be 9. Are you a powerful person? In this way, the strong man, without any response, was sent flying. It's really awesome. But why are all the natives so dumb? Is it the giant clan of Brother Fan, who have any powerful talents? I feel that the giant of Brother Fan can be tough with the native son of the world, and it's no problem to wrestle your wrists. Haha, Brother Fan is really low-key. Sure enough, he and Chen Mo, who like to show off, are completely two types. If you have ancient technology, you should be able to set traps to kill the children of the world. Brother Fan is awesome. This giant should be the strongest of Brother Fan, right? It's a pity that he will die in it. Hurry up and put it into the next screen to see it. Ah, it's so tight, Jong. I want to see the picture after entering. Looking at how fierce this giant is, I think I can kill it again while the chaos is in progress. Come 3 in and 3 out. Expect Brother Fan to kill. Alas, to be smashed by 2 children of the world at once, this planet will be smashed to pieces. Chen Mo is tough, but he is really strong, and he can still resist like this. It's only a matter of time before Planet 34 is recaptured. 2 strong men serve Chen Mo alone. How can this blessing be less? Lu Fan. Don't talk nonsense. I just follow Chen Mo's 587 agreement, and I'm just here to help. Everything else is just your own imagination and lust. Seeing the newcomer area, the more I say it, the more outrageous it becomes. Lu Fan was in a hurry. Explain quickly. Offend Chen Mo, it's okay. He was already mentally prepared for this. But what's so special? This is obviously the rhythm of being hammered. The rookie area still brags about him. Isn't this a flattery? He can already imagine waiting for himself to make a fool of himself. Maybe Chen Mo didn't care about me from the beginning to the end. After a long time, the clown is actually me. Simply ruthless. I knew that I had secretly engaged in Chen Mo at the beginning, but it didn't matter if I didn't do it. But now it's very likely that he's stumbling on his own and delivering food to others. It's no use to enter the strongest giant. You know, this cost half of his resources. If you do this, you won't be regarded as a big idiot, will you? Thinking of this, he couldn't help thinking of Wang Yifang. This man may be able to understand his mood at the moment. Inside Planet 34, after the thunder sounded, the child of the world immediately realized that something was wrong. You replaced the will of the planet. Evil God. You are the rumored world, the slave masters of the universe. His face was extremely ugly. I don't know where the child of this world came to know the legend of the Star Soul world. The cosmic slave owner is the name of the Star Soul world powerhouse. Chapter 88. Loyalty is not absolute, absolutely not loyal. Give your heart. 2 more. Inside Planet 34, before the child of the world could finish speaking, he turned his head and ran. Run to the planet passage. He was so scared. This scene shocked the natives. It also made Chen Mo slightly stunned. Good guy, just so fierce. It is not afraid of you, and it is reaching out and squeezing the giant. As a result, he ran so decisively before he started fighting. Does the Star Soul world have such a cruel reputation? The whole place was stunned. Only the biological brain doesn't, it always stays in top shape. The reaction speed is also much faster than the child of the world. It prejudges the prejudgment of the children of the world. It was easy to block his way. The magic heart is activated. Snorted softly. The whole sky was covered with red light. Seeing the terrifying beams of light coming from all directions, the child of the world stopped abruptly. In fact, he has a chance to rush over and just resist. Chen Mo also knew he could. It will take a little more time for him to completely block the child of this world. There are some weapons he hasn't rushed to recharge to max. However, unexpectedly, the son of this world hesitated for a while, but he turned his head and raised his hand directly. This is surrender. Of course Chen Mo doesn't eat this set. But the other party was desperate. Want to explode. This was true and pinched Chen Mo on the spot. The other party does not know this. He didn't know that what Chen Mo valued most was the corpse. I just want to show my determination and not let him surrender. He would rather blow himself up and blow up this planet. Seeing Chen Mo stop, he quickly said, "Let me go. My world and I are willing to be your slaves." His will was clearly conveyed. Not kidding, but speak very seriously. Obviously, he really knew something about the Star Soul world. The rest of the natives would not say such things. I don't need slaves. However, you can join my world. Memory and consciousness will be preserved, but the rest, I do not guarantee. Chen Mo said directly. Just buy some time. Usually, no one would agree to this kind of condition, because it was too harsh and belonged to the deepest slavery. Compared with the kind of taxation in the Temple of Heaven, it would simply eat people without spitting out bones. However, Chen Mo was unexpected. This low-key and decisive child of the world actually agreed immediately. Yes, as long as you become the will of the planet, instead of selling the planet, we will all be your most loyal subjects. We promise never to defect. Always loyal. Chen Mo raised his brows. Always loyal or something is bullshit. The rest of the newcomers can only trust his character for the time being. But loyalty is not absolute, it is absolute disloyalty. There is a simpler and cruder way. Guarantee the other party's 100% loyalty. From the body to the will, everything is possible. Chen Mo's exclusive race is capable of parasitic everything. Let him be sure of his loyalty. The rest of the rookies can't do this. Therefore, they will not be stupid enough to accept the son of the world as their younger brother. No 100% control. Maybe one day it will kill the other party. Thinking about it, this is also the reason why the Star Soul world behaves so brutally. Because they all have their own exclusive races, and foreigners can't absolutely trust them, they can simply enslave or kill them all. From this point of view, the child of this world is also luck. Only Chen Mo would actually accept them. A green skin stepped up and said, "Offer your will, give your flesh and blood, and pledge allegiance to the divine will." The child of the world visibly hesitated. After all, freedom is so precious. He is the strongest in the world. His facial muscles twitched and struggled. But again, beyond Chen Mo's expectations, the opponent gritted his teeth and let go of all defenses. Step forward. Kneel down. As a child of the world, his attack instinct is very powerful. At this moment, I exposed myself to a terrifying threat, and my entire body trembled slightly in a conditioned reflex. For a while, I wanted to attack, and for a while, I forcibly suppressed it. However, because of the delay of a few seconds, at this time, it is useless for the other party to want to go back. All the magic hearts have begun to function, and hundreds of light prism mushrooms are emitting a terrifying red light. All can make the strongest attack. It can be seen that the son of the world is trying his best to control and resist the influence of the planet's will and the collective will on him. In the end, he slammed his hand in, opened his chest, and pulled out his heart. Hold up high. For the great divine will, give your heart. Please accept my allegiance. The child of the world is very powerful. Even if he pulls out his heart, he can temporarily survive. But the strength is falling madly. Accepting a child of the world as a younger brother will not delay evolution. Even the other party can actively cooperate. So Chen Mo agreed. Infects the heart, implants parasitic spores, and plugs the heart back. Why? Finally, Chen Mo asked curiously. This is inexplicable, so he hired a child of the world as a thug for free. Subsequent capture of the rest of the world's children, the difficulty dropped suddenly. This is a huge gain. There is an adult who appreciates me in the Temple of Heaven. He told me about the legends of slaves and masters of star souls. In short, you are invincible, and the star field that is valued by the same kind of masters. In addition to becoming slaves, there is only one way to go to extinction. I escaped at this moment, and also lingered. The son of the world said respectfully. Feeling the loyalty in his heart, the child of the world felt a little sad. But then he was happy again, and his tone became more loyal and awe-inspiring. He was right. Although his civilization was reduced to slavery, his life was saved. Even, at this moment, he has already felt a world called Star World. Your own master is strong. He is the genius of the Star Soul world. The master is even so powerful that he has incredible means to make him perfectly loyal. As long as he can be 100% sure of his loyalty. Then think about it, he can naturally get 100% trust. With decisiveness and unknown information, he found the only way to survive. That is to become the slave of the other party. Of course, this method is only known to him. The rest of the civilizations only know the extermination order and know that there is no way out. I don't know there is a hidden option to find a way to gain trust and become the slave of the other party. After listening to the words of the son of the world, Chenmo was speechless. I thought it was my own domineering aura, which shocked the other party and made the other party bow down. Doing it for a long time is the domineering spirit of the Star Soul world. It seems that the reputation of the Star Soul world in the universe is 10,000 times more ferocious than I imagined. Chenmo couldn't help but sigh. Think about it, too, could the title of the cosmic slave owner be some kind of civilization? Of course, the child of this world is just a mistake. He knew the ferocious nature of the Star Soul world, so he would do this. Found the answer to the only way to survive, allegiance to Chenmo. The rest of the natives simply do not understand what the extermination order of the Star Soul world means. Forget it, the overall direction of civilization is decided by the star gods. As a newcomer, thinking about this is a complete waste of time. Chenmo is going to shake his head, focus on the moment and become stronger. Something too grand is not something he can touch. Go, back to your home planet. He gave orders to the children of the world. Next, the raiders of this planet will change to simple mode. It is equivalent to giving away the son of the world as a younger brother for nothing. This feeling of giving away one after another is so cool. But the children of the world violated the collective and betrayed the entire planet. So his power is rapidly diminishing. If the parent star is not eroded quickly, it may fall back to the ninth order. So act fast. After giving the order, Chenmo focused his gaze on the corpse of the son of the headless world. The next moment, the creep spread wildly. Gene phagocytosis, start. Give your heart. This operation directly stunned the natives. Die in battle. They can imagine and be mentally prepared. But surrender directly. Unimaginable. Because the other party obviously does not accept it. Why is it accepted now? They didn't know what to do, and looked at the world's sun blankly. Watching the other party walk out of the passage. Li Chenjiao, there are also a large number of green skins transporting weapons. These are what Chenmo is going to pull back to Terra and put them on the shelves. Is there a child of the world who can surrender? There are indigenous leaders, thoughtful. Gradually, his eyes became firm. Make up your mind. The Battle of Planet 34 has attracted a lot of attention. At this time, see the children of the world come out. The 8 million newcomers on Planet 14 were silent for a moment. All scared. Chenmo lost. Alas, after all, the son of two worlds. Run. It's our turn next. In addition, there are constantly legions going out on Planet 14. Many people were afraid. Is it really impossible? The legions here are running. The 1 million newcomers who followed Chenmo's post all laughed. Many people cheered. Excited Graham. Chenmo lost. Lu Fan was stunned. This, he actually became. Wang Yifeng was ecstatic on the spot. Is this what seeing is believing? He had been afraid to say Chenmo before. The shadows are too strong. But this time, it's 100% sure. He immediately opened the newcomer area and made trouble. Get it done. Chapter 89. Sit firmly in the first place. Lu Fan also won the first place. 3 more. Watching the indigenous people leave with high spirits, Chenmo was inexplicable. But he was also temporarily tired. Getting 2 sons of the world in a row, even if the second one surrendered voluntarily, still made him a little tired. He's ready to take a good rest. By the way, recharge your batteries and use the power of the Star Soul to erode Planet 23 later. This is his number 1 thug, the home planet of the children of the world. As soon as he arrives, Chenmo will use his will to start. If there is an inner ghost, it will be much faster. This is a huge gain. Chenmo couldn't help but chuckle. The natives attacked so brutally that he not only lost nothing. Instead, it's getting stronger. Even, relying on the unique, parasitic, ability, the children of the world were collected. This cannot be said to be invincible. But at least, it is also one of the most high-end combat powers at this stage. With this killer in hand, even Chenmo was most worried about the simultaneous attack of multiple children of the world. If he encounters the child of the world who escaped before, he will definitely prevent him from getting on the starship. Turning on the watch, Chenmo glanced at the contribution list of the newcomer area. He ranks well above second. This ranking can be said to have been fixed. Basically there won't be much change. Because the second place and him, the difference is too big. He still has a lot of things to sell, otherwise the gap would be even bigger. Not to mention the specific achievements. Contribution points alone. Number 1. Terra Star Chenmo minus 10.2 billion. Number 2. High Tower Magic Star Wang Yifeng minus 1.3 billion. Number 3. Earth Giant Star Lu Fan minus 900 million. Number 5. Abyss Demon Star Li Long minus 830 million. Number 10. High Order Heaven Star Luo Bing minus 750 million. Chen Mo probably glanced at it, except for the Abyss Demon Star, who was promoted by 3 all at once. The rest of the changes are not as big as the 590. In fact, the top 100, except for him, are similar. After all, they are geniuses or local tyrants. You are vying for each other, and you are chasing very tightly. If the ranking suddenly rises, there is a high probability that the civilization level has been improved, or that there is an individual strength in the civilization that has skyrocketed. Then relying on looting, he robbed a lot of wealth. By the way, who is the giant who did good deeds just now? Chen Mo curiously switched to the newcomer area. He found that now the fighting is fierce, it is also very lively inside. They're all talking about him. It seems that this battle of his is indeed eye-catching. It's just that these people are not getting anything wrong. Chen Mo couldn't help but look weird. What's even more amusing is that many ordinary newcomers actually took advantage of the Aborigines to temporarily retreat and ran out of his planet number 14. Do these people have too much money to spare? The sun of the world has come out, and Chen Mo's army has been blown up. FK, an unowned planet was born. Grab it. Boss Lu Fan, a giant pushed in, it was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Haha, Boss Lu Fan already knew about it, but he didn't even say it. Yeah, what's the point of hiding it? Wouldn't it be that you want to swallow the planet alone? Li Long, it's impossible, after all, we have to invite Chen Mo to dinner. Wang Yifeng, Fan Xiao, please come to dinner, can you bring me? I also want to see what the first boss looks like. For a time, the atmosphere was cheerful and happy. Lu Fan gradually became ecstatic. Obviously I saw Chen Mo tearing up the sun of the world. Why it seems that his strength was exhausted, and then he was killed by the son of the world who came behind. Yes, it must be so. That is to say, the strength of Chen Mo's CJCE against the children of the world, the strongest individual of civilization, is dead. It looks like this, I really made the most fatal blow, this luck is really. Thinking of this, the corners of his mouth couldn't help but rise. Simply cool. Especially when he was in a cold sweat just now, this emotional ups and downs is really exciting. Thinking like this, it is better to be happy alone than to be happy. He can't wait to share this feat of his own. So I quickly dug out the image that the giant saw when it entered planet 34. Upload to the newcomer area. At the same time, he also posted a text on it along with the video. I think this is probably the most brilliant time in Chen Mo's life. However, it is a pity that his strongest combat power is about to be destroyed. I want to come, the next newcomer area will be full of flowers, not just thriving. Send. Lu Fan was satisfied. In this wave, he had enough limelight, and he also hit the first place Chen Mo hard. Of course, this time it was luck. But next, when Chen Mo loses a lot, he can compete fairly and defeat the opponent. Thinking of this, he took out the terminal and prepared to invite Chen Mo to dinner. What to say about this meal? It's really exciting. Lu Fan couldn't help but smile. However, as soon as he uploaded this video, he saw a new person uploading photos, almost following his video. It's a convoy of resources and fell weapons in tow. This convoy is a monster army map. He was immediately stunned. Quickly zoom in on the picture and take a closer look. It's true, no one is boring and fake. Damn, why are the natives around you leaving, and the son of the world doesn't care about this monster army map? As if the Legion and the children of the world were a group. In the newcomer area, someone said what Lu Fan had in mind. His eyes darkened, and he almost fainted. Impossible. The child of the world cannot surrender. Yeah, he represents the will of the planet, he will surrender in a short time, and then he will have to rebel. Do you think it is possible that the other party was shocked by the tyrannical spirit of the boss of Chen Mo, and then surrendered? For a time, the newcomer area was boiling. All were stunned by the latest situation. Obviously, the monster army figure comes from Chen Mo's exclusive race, and mutiny does not exist. Then it is clear that Chen Mo alone, he tore apart a child of the world, and then another child of the world was shocked by the big man's body, and immediately bowed his head. Betrayed his own planet and went directly to Chen Mo. This is the most reasonable explanation. In this way, the video posted by Lu Fan and the photos of the follow-up entrance are even connected. Hey, who has the plot in the middle? If I really want to see Natu, the sun of the world, I will worship that part. Boss Lu Fan, send it out. Ha ha ha, what about Lu Fan? Just like you, how dare you invite Chen Mo to dinner? Now everyone will come to your table. Sit and wait for Brother Fan to die in an instant. I think this is Lu Fan's most brilliant time, right? A thriving show, I'd like to call you shower. Sacrificing your own giant, and sending the world's son as a younger brother for thousands of miles, you are so talented, I declare that you surpassed Wang Yifeng and ranked the #1 idiot in the new district. Don't misunderstand Brother Fan, in fact, he worked so hard just to invite his father to a meal. Don't be deceived, he has the right to add Chen Mo as a friend. Brother Fan, will you sell this opportunity to eat? I'll buy it for 100,000 yuan. I'm so 1 million. The video posted by Lu Fan did not show his credit for crushing Chen Mo as he expected. Instead, it highlights Chen Mo's awesomeness. Tear up the children of the world. The civilization he cultivated is already very powerful. Coupled with the text that follows, it shows that Lu Fan is a clown. If you don't add those few words, you are simply touting Chen Mo. Plus, it's very funny and ironic. After he said that Chen Mo can't do it, the result is a light-speed slap in the face. At this point, even Chen Mo hasn't said a word yet. Maybe people don't pay attention to this at all. Thinking of this, Lu Fan finally couldn't hold back. Angrily screamed. If it wasn't for the only one watch, he would have smashed it. Not only did he not bring down Chen Mo, but he also sent the child of the world as a younger brother. And he also sacrificed one of the strongest giants. Simply the ultimate idiot. The more you think, the more angry you become. Lu Fan couldn't be more angry with himself. I really want to give myself 2 slaps. Not cheap. Just then, there was news in the newcomer area. Chen Mo. Lu Fan helped me attract a son of the world. My promise is valid. He is qualified to invite me to a meal. If you add a friend, it depends on your mood. See this. Lu Fan directly broke the defense. He raised his hand and slapped himself in the face. Like crazy. Brother Fan, don't do this. A few younger brothers on the side were suddenly shocked and hurried up to stop it. Occasionally teasing other local tyrants and geniuses is also very interesting. Chen Mo couldn't help but smile. But after sending the message, he stopped paying attention. Lu Fan didn't take it to heart at all. If the other party hadn't brought him a child of the world, he wouldn't have remembered the name. Then, while paying attention to the evolution inside the giant bug eggs, Chen Mo listed a large number of weapons on the trading platform. Imagine if more than a dozen natives stopped beating him, who would they be beating? Only Chen Mo knows, and the main event is in the back. These natives will not give up. Should seek to give birth to the child of the world. Some of the newcomers at the top of the ranking are going to have bad luck. It's just that he felt a pity that these natives were completely broken by him. Otherwise, you can continue to fight with him. They have the son of the world, but they can't beat themselves, right? Shouldn't be possible. Be careful they escape. It's all my loss to run away, and it's best to kill them all in the end. But don't push too hard, or you'll be in trouble if you blow yourself up. Chen Mo thought. Anyway, no matter what the natives are, he has absolute strength. 20 magic cannons on the shelves first. When the planet 24 is captured, there will be more of these weapons. Chen Mo couldn't help laughing. At this time, his world child level parasite has arrived at his home planet. In addition to the genetic project, in terms of money, his harvest is also coming. Expect to be huge, and it's wealth out of nothing. Because this weapon is obviously worthless. Only at this time, to advance to the battle situation, relying on the special conditions of the world channel, this backward weapon will come in handy. All newcomers are in desperate need of this heavy firepower city defense weapon. Will be on sale soon. It's much cheaper than selling. No wonder everyone likes to control the arms business. This is simply a money grab. Chapter 90 Chen Mo's father is domineering, 4 more. Woo. I want to cry. I went in and out of Planet 14 2 and 3, and I spent 110,000 for the ticket alone. You're okay, I can't pay the ticket money anymore. My God, let me go to the big guys who spread rumors on the internet. I beg you. I already know that I'm an idiot, and I won't be fine anymore, okay? Let me dig hard and pay back the ticket money owed to Chen Mo. A lot of newcomers are broken by playing. After a while, Chen Mo is very good, a strong group. For a while, Chen Mo can't do it, a weak chicken. Does this really work? Give a clear word. Well, by the way, the first ticket for Chen Mo's Planet 14 is 10,000. But you go out and want to come in. Feel sorry. 100,000 the second time. The third time. 1 million. God damn. Chen Mo observation post. Member, I declare that everyone in it is stupid. Me too. Woo woo. Who lends me 1 million, or I'll be killed by the natives. Don't cry. Hold back, brothers. This wave of indigenous people's offensive has passed. Even if it has survived the most ferocious wave, the indigenous people are not infinite population. Yeah, we are about to usher in a new era. Brothers who survived at that time, everyone will unite the stars, and everyone will be the best. In that era, our big boss Chen Mo was still crushing the newcomer area. Chen Mo is awesome. Of course, in addition to many newcomers hurting their wallets. More people pay attention to Chen Mo's real strength. Especially the video released by Lu Fan. Although his original intention was to mock Chen Mo. But the content stunned the newcomers. Damn it. Shocked my mother for a whole year. What kind of weapon is this? The craters have been shot out. I feel the power of a battleship weapon, right? Battleship. This is overblown, but it is indeed the number one in the newcomer area. No wonder it dares to speak out and destroy the sun of the world. What about Li Long, who was called Huan just now? How does his demon compare to that of Chen Mo? It is said that the devil's reincarnation pond has reached an advanced form, and the entire civilization can be reincarnated. It's awesome. By the way, Li Long is also a big guy. Didn't he rush to attract the sun of the world with Lu Fan? No one is arguing with you now, hurry up. Don't worry, line up for the seats. Come one by one. I still want to know how Big Boss Chen Mo conquered the sun of the world. I also want to be domineering by Chen Mo's father. Look at the chat history of the newcomer area. A planet that defends flames and high-energy active magma. In the castle of the crater, Li Long's face is extremely ugly. He is so strong. I thought that the devil's reincarnation pond was born, and the strength has greatly increased. He even made a big vote just now. Crazy earned 40 million. In just half a day, the ranking jumped 3 places in a row. Has the strength to hit the first place. No matter how bad it is, it can get a lot of attention. However, Chen Mo stole the limelight. Only a few people mentioned him. That's it, it's still being compared to Chen Mo. Also ridiculed. What's more hateful is that he can't refute at all. Only when you don't see it. He is really crazy, but his brain is not broken. He knew very well that his current self was indeed no better than Chen Mo. When people tear up the sun of the world, he compares it with the head. But I can't compare to that monster of him, so can you guys. Wang Yifeng and Lu Fan, 2 old men. There are several guys who are bitter and mean, and this grudge is written down. Li Long gritted his teeth. What made him even more uncomfortable was that, for some unknown reason, another indigenous army suddenly appeared at the entrance. It made him very tense now. The entire passageway is crumbling. The elites who went out to change homes had to be urgently transferred back, and at the same time, the mines of the entire planet were also shut down due to insufficient manpower. But when he opened the trading platform, the most suitable weapon was the magic weapon that Chen Mo just put on the shelves. The power consumption of this thing is terrible. Every shot is equivalent to throwing magic crystals out. When he saw the price again, Li Long almost fainted. Did you make a mistake? 10 million giant magic cannon, why don't you grab it? No bank robbing is so quick. Li Long was so angry that he was about to explode. God, he just took the risk of stealing the house, and all the money he got will be given to Chen Mo again. Had to buy. He wants to buy something else, buy some powerful magic weapons. But the price of Chen Mo is too cunning. Just 1 million cheaper than the mainstream weapons in the Star Soul world. Buy it or not, and Chen Mo promises to ship immediately. Don't miss a minute. Just rushing. Many people placed orders immediately. Wow, my money. Luo Bing screamed. She finally made a little money, easy. In the blink of an eye, it was in the hands of Chen Mo. Somehow, a bunch of desperate natives have come to her planet. Not only don't want to die, it's just to die. This play is simply outrageous. And there were people outside who kept shouting. It's like holding some kind of ceremony. This made her very uneasy. What's the matter? The big guys in the front row stopped talking. Say something. I'm so scared. Are you secretly making money again? Watching you make money is more uncomfortable than losing money. Brother Fan is angry. I understand. Why does Wang Yifeng stop talking? Have you noticed that the outrageous price of the magic cannon on the trading platform, Chen Mo, don't know which idiots are buying it? Crazy, this thing has no advantages other than its huge power and wide range of damage, right? In the newcomer area, everyone is puzzled. After all, it is actually the top-ranked Belagia newcomers who were affected. These people, all gritted their teeth at this moment, were so anxious that they were stunned. How can there be time for Water Rookie Zone? Looking at the most suitable weapons for trading platforms. Simply tailored for her. Luo Bing was directly moved to tears. Tears flowed down my face. To say that Chen Mo didn't catch her from wool, she wouldn't believe it. But it's gone. According to the pressure, she is really going to go bankrupt. Luo Bing's family was quite rich, and he used to think it was not difficult to make money. Now being beaten so badly by Chen Mo, she can't wait to make one piece into two pieces. 0. Don't say Luo Bing can't stand it. Even the big landlord Wang Yifeng's family is running out of food. He had a huge investment. They didn't dare to let the natives rush in and wreak havoc. At this moment, his eyes were already red. Damn it, why so many natives? Chen Mo's pressure on Planet 34 has all been transferred here. Did you reach any conditions with the natives? I want to report. He watched the bullets of the magic cannon go by, and his heart dripped with blood. What no one knows is that indigenous people, in fact, is a completely different idea. Since Chen Mo is too strong, he can't handle it, which makes people desperate. Then just hit the other stronger ones. At that time, the child of the world will be born out of blood and fire, and you will be able to surrender. This is the way they saw with their own eyes through the first battle of Planet 34. Although it is not much better than the collapse of civilization, at least it can live. And the old, the weak, the sick, and the sick can survive. So they fought desperately to attack. And because he knew this, he was able to survive, but instead, the whole group was extremely united. Despair is removed, all is hope. Full of fighting spirit. At this moment, the stimuli that the Federation had failed, miraculously, had returned. Chen Mo didn't know, he was an inadvertent move. Cause the butterfly effect. The direction of the entire competition is moving in a strange direction that neither the Federation nor the newcomers could have expected. However, what the natives don't know is, even if they had children of the world, no one would accept their surrender. Not to mention the newcomers, even many strong star souls are not sure to control the children of the world. The best way is to kill them all. Only Chen Mo dared to accept this kind of younger brother. Only he can take it. At Chapter 91 Special Rewards. Knowledge from the third seat. One more. It's been a bonanza. Chen Mo looked at the short-souled magic weapon, and couldn't help but be delighted. This is really thanks to the efforts of a dozen indigenous families, as well as the support of the rich top 100 newcomers. Missing any link. It's impossible to sell this thing for a sky-high price. It can be said that the opportunity is this time, and it is a time difference to play. A magic cannon, the cost is 0, Chen Mo sells 10 million. There are 100 million in 10 units. Chen Mo starts with 20. Followed up directly on 100 units. Of course, he didn't have much of this stuff either. If it's not enough for defense, the rest of the players can only ask for their own blessings. These add up to almost 1.2 billion, but it saves me from selling some magic crystals. Plus the 100 million that Mu Yao gave. As well as the magic weapons harvested this time, there are additional ticket money from 590. There are enough resources for me to evolve my genes again. Quote. Chen Mo analyzed it carefully. After doing some counting, he was a little surprised that he could earn another 100 million from the ticket money. Pure white pickup. Of course, the money is really gone, and many newcomers are screaming outside because they can't pay the ticket money. Can only be eliminated early. But this is none of Chen Mo's business. At this moment, Chen Mo's watch vibrated slightly. Congratulations on your contribution value breaking through 10 billion and hitting a new high again. The extent of your influence on the game is unprecedented. You have received continuous high attention from the Federation. The Federation hereby rewards you with resources. Please choose your reward from the options below, only one. Reward 1. The remains of ancient technology, a kind of exoskeleton power device, the product of the pinnacle of mechanics. The structure is very complex. At present, our scientists have analyzed this in detail, and you will obtain the corresponding design drawings at the same time. Reward 2. A random magic weapon. The power ranges from 7 to 9, and can even cause a certain amount of damage to the legend. Reward, Civilization Flame Fuel 1 gram. If you find a way to ignite it, you can gather the power of faith, civilization cohesion, and the degree of idealism will be improved. Reward 4. Some rare resources required before the civilization level is raised to level 1.5. Reward 5. Primary rune of low-level magical knowledge, which allows you to use rune technology to upgrade some weapons and equipment. Special reward. Intermediate magical knowledge. Planet upgrading. This reward is not included in the options. It must be obtained. It needs to be used in conjunction with the Star Soul, Knowledge Owner, Seat 3, Master of Space. Using this transformation technology will open up a permanent channel with the Star Soul world. While greatly increasing the energy level of the planet, it will become very distinctive, attracting the attention of hostile forces, or attracting surrounding non-intelligent void creatures. Quote. Special reward, intermediate knowledge. Planet transformation. Chen Mo was shocked. This knowledge is incredible. Intermediate knowledge. He won the first place in the first stage last time, and he also won 2, but they are not very good. This time, the meaning is completely different. Just the fact that it is permanently connected to the parent star is very amazing. Opening a portal is not just as simple as spending 100,000 yuan. Most importantly, take time. At critical moments, you may not be able to open at all. This is also the reason why most of the newcomers die. If you join the parent star at any time, then Chen Mo can run away at any time. Not only that, this connection is also a slow transformation process. His planet's energy level will get higher and higher, and gradually move closer to a high-energy planet. All conditions will get better and better. Correspondingly, his star soul will increase accordingly. And this can passively gain the attention of some of the world's laws. Chen Mo couldn't help but get excited. This is also the only way for the vast majority of star soul powerhouses to gain the attention of the laws of the world. Many people are using it. Naturally, the number of places is limited and the price is high. In other words, there is no market at all. So although this is only an intermediate knowledge, the acquisition of this knowledge itself represents a ticket given by the Federation. Tickets. Without this, even if you figure out this method yourself, you won't be able to. So to a certain extent, this is more valuable than a lot of advanced knowledge. And because of the intermediate knowledge, a newcomer like Chen Mo can also master it quickly, and there will be no embarrassing situation of getting it and not using it. Also, this kind of knowledge was discovered by the Star Soul world itself. It is very safe to use. There will never be a sudden whisper in the ear, being pulled into an inexplicable space, etc., unexpected strange risks. Even the owner of knowledge is not dead yet. It is marked on it that the inventor of this knowledge is the boss of the third seat. Why is it marked? It is to let all newcomers know which knowledge comes from which boss. This is also proof of the other party's contribution. It can further improve the reputation of the other party and the cohesion of the Star Soul world. Space Master. Chen Mo's eyes drifted over those few words. This is the real powerhouse, and everyone is happy to gain the knowledge of each other. I'll go this far in the future. Chen Mo didn't think much, and turned his attention to several other options. These are choices that must be made. Archaeology, knowledge, materials, everything is good. But only one reward can be selected. Chen Mo glanced at the newcomer area and found that many newcomers had come to reward and gained the attention of the Federation. But they all only have 2 to 3 options. It's not like he has as many as 5 options. But with more options, it's not without worries. Which one should I choose? Chen Mo is a little difficult. A careful analysis of a wave. First of all, I don't want the 5th reward. Although my exclusive race also manufactures various weapons, it does not take the route of relying on the rune energy circuit. This item is not compatible with me. If you have the skills to learn this, it is better to find some magic weapons to fuse. Similar to this principle, there is the Flame of Civilization. 2.4. This is a kind of routine similar to the power of belief. It spreads fire or something. It is quite idealistic. If it is done well, it has great power. Not all members of the Protoss are necessarily, but Chen Mo's collective ethnic group is born with one item, can't be used. So option 3 ruled out. Option 4 is not bad. But for Chen Mo, he can think of other ways to get resources. At present, he has many ways, and in the foreseeable future, he will not be too short of resources. Then that leaves the weapon options. Chen Mo's eyes fell on options 1 and 2. One is archaeological technology, and the other is modern magic energy. Wait, I remember that the space ring was sold, and I also gained a piece of knowledge. It's not too late to get in touch with that person before making a decision. Chen Mo suddenly remembered something. He not only has the knowledge of the federal reward, but also a transaction obtained. Chapter 92, A Surprise Deal. Prostitute the Mother Star. 2 more. Chen Mo's idea is simple. The best choice can be made by integrating the resources at hand. If this knowledge can be used on some magical weapons, then choosing reward 2 is definitely the best. If it can be used for reward 1, then he chooses ancient technology creation. It's best to be able to form an effect of 1 plus 1 greater than 2 with some of my existing abilities. That person used to trade, it should also be the internal knowledge of the Star Soul world, intermediate. Chen Mo couldn't help but look forward to it. Turning on the watch, he chatted with the man privately through the trading platform. Soon, the other party answered. It means that the transaction will be able to be traded immediately, and it is obvious that there is no hurry to wait. Chen Mo opened the portal and met with the other party. The person who came in was a tall, mature and beautiful woman, but she was very imposing. Because it is a Star Soul powerhouse. Judging from the appearance, it is difficult to determine the real age. I wish you an immortal soul. When you come up, the other party greets you politely. Soft sound. At the same time, there was a mark on the back of the hand that came back. Purple stamp. Chen Mo was slightly stunned. The Star Soul master of this level, even in the Star Soul world, already belongs to the upper middle class. Strong. The Star Soul is immortal. Chen Mo returned the salute. Next, is straight to the point. Do the transaction directly. Chen Mo took the knowledge introduction and checked it carefully. This is an idealistic magical knowledge called portal. It can consume a lot of resources, relying on the will of the planet as a coordinate, and build a semi-permanent portal from point to point between different planets under its control. You can make all your stars 29 balls, monolithic, support each other, and material delivery will be extremely efficient. A very useful ability. Multi-planet people, essential knowledge. The only downsides are expensive. Not only is it expensive to build, but it is also expensive to use. Every time the teleportation is opened, the energy consumption is huge, which is much larger than opening the teleportation gate to the home planet. The energy consumed each time, converted into magic energy crystals, is about 1 million yuan. This is 10 times more expensive than the portal to the Star Soul world. However, the higher the energy level of the planet, the higher the efficiency of the portal, and the lower the energy consumption. If it is a high-energy planet and a high-energy transmission between the planets, it only costs 200,000 yuan at a time. Energy consumption is related to the energy level of the planet. Is it possible to supply energy through the channel with the parent star? Chen Mo thought about it and asked. He just happened to use the planet's upgrade and transform knowledge to open a permanent connection channel with the parent star. If you can directly prostitute the channel, it can be. Even through the portal, the energy of the mother star is spread to all the planets at hand. Then he is equivalent to turning the semi-permanent portal into a permanent one. Directly and permanently open, no energy consumption, does not consume its own, powered by the channel connected to the parent star. Thinking of this, Chen Mo couldn't help but feel hot inside. If possible, the benefits are great. It can be for sure. I know someone does it. However, opening the parent star channel is just a matter of time. The amount of energy and breath borrowed is too little to be useful. Unless the connection between the planet and the parent star is permanently opened. In that case, let alone borrowing some energy, you can even activate Requiem or the dark sky. These are terrible means that can cleanse an entire planet. But this requires an additional kind of knowledge, which is precious and extremely difficult to obtain. The Lord of Star Soul smiled and said. As for the specific knowledge, she was too lazy to say. It's not that I look down on Chen Mo. The other party is a top genius, it will be a matter of time before she surpasses her. But when it comes to that knowledge, it's too early. At least half a year later. But, when Chen Mo heard this, he also laughed. Unexpected surprise. I thought I was lucky to be able to use it with either of the two options. Unexpectedly, it can be combined with special rewards. You must know that his special reward, although only intermediate, is very rare, no less than advanced. It can be known from the words of the Lord of Star Souls. Acquiring this knowledge is not easy. He never tried it himself. At this point, Chen Mo is luckier than him and has already obtained it in advance. He struggled for a while before, thinking about whether to give the opportunity to transform this planet to Planet 14. Because this is his future mothership. If you can directly connect to the Star Soul world, your combat power will be greatly increased. But Chen Mo thought about it carefully and decided to use the blessing of the Mother Star to upgrade Terra. After all, no matter how strong the mothership is, it is also a weapon. The first and foremost must be to build a nest and upgrade the main planet. But now, you can. As long as I use planet upgrades with portals. In this way, all my planets can be joined together in disguise. The most important thing is, don't waste my energy. Chen Mo thought carefully. This is his first strategy level ability. Send. Still unlimited delivery. It can connect with the parent star at any time, and can continuously obtain resources and energy support. Send resources and the parasite army of the Sea Emperor to any subordinate planet at any time. Let's imagine a planet-class mothership with trillions of parasitic battleships pouring out. It was hard to beat. What makes the enemy even more desperate is that they will not know that the mothership is actually still connected to Terra. And Terra is connected with the Star Soul World and many other planets. So, it seems that you just need to grit your teeth and fight against a mothership. Actually, 3 ships. As Chen Mo expands, there will be more of this number. As long as I build a mobile mothership and install a teleportation gate, it is equivalent to obtaining a super teleportation platform, which can instantly project the combat power of several planets together. This can take the insect sea tactics to the limit. Not long ago, I sent an army of greenskins to transport magic weapons, and I don't need it anymore. Go directly to the portal, and it will be delivered at super light speed. Next, he has more means to deal with the sun of the world, and even the ambush can be placed on another planet. Invincible. Posted. The combination of these two knowledge is simply incredible. Chen Mo even suspects that these two kinds of knowledge are used in this way. However, he took a closer look and found that the knowledge of this portal originated much earlier. The signature of the invention knowledge is a very bleak line of text. Seat 99, Goddess of the Night. Okay, the 99th seat of the previous term. The font is dim, indicating that the other party has fallen. The current Queen of Ice took over. There is actually an existence that can make the star god blessed by the laws of the world fall. Chen Mo couldn't help stunned. There is no such thing in textbooks. It seems that he has inadvertently learned some hidden past history through knowledge. But Chen Mo didn't get into it. Curiosity killed the cat. At present, he only needs to do the things at hand, step by step, and dominate the newcomer area. Finally reached a deal with the middle-aged Star Soul Master and sent the person away. Chen Mo couldn't wait to get started. The transformation of the planet begins. Open the channel. With a thought, the Star Soul imprint on the back of his hand emitted a dazzling light. Immediately after, his proof of conquest began to shine. According to the planet upgrade and transformation knowledge operation, it didn't take long for the Star Soul world to cast its gaze here. This gaze made the entire space of Terra begin to become transparent. The next moment, a black crack appeared. Thorn pull. The space was directly torn, and a channel appeared. There is a very complicated principle here. It is said that the master of idealism can also realize some unique tricks such as space. But Chen Mo didn't dare to be distracted. He concentrates on operating according to what he has learned. The channel is getting bigger and bigger. At the same time, Chen Mo also realized the invincible power of the Star Soul world. At first, he was worried that prostitution energy would cause a burden on the mother star. Now it seems that it is purely unnecessary worry. The home planet might not even consume energy at all. Looking at the expanding space channel, if it is the indigenous people of other planets, they will exclaim, the enemy from the outer domain. Terrible invasion. But for Chen Mo, it's all good. He wished that the bigger the channel, the better. Backed by the 590 parent star. The entire universe can't find a more suitable backer than this. This is the permanent channel connecting the parent star. Chen Mo took a deep breath, and the familiar atmosphere of the Star Soul world rushed out. The mark on the back of his hand shone slightly again. He could clearly feel that the entire planet was changing. He also gained more attention from the laws of the world. Never before has a newcomer, at this stage, been able to get so much world law attention. Chen Mo was the first. The foundation he has laid is much stronger than the strongest genius in history. Chen Mo took a deep breath. View planet properties. He expects no small changes. Star Soul World, Teleportation Square. At this time, the returning Star Soul Lord was in a good mood. The transaction was successful, and she finally got this space ring. Out of print. As for which unlucky ghost was before, she didn't care. It's not her own use anyway. With this ring, I can help Mu Yao completely handle that matter. Although it cost a little more, it was worth it. Speaking of which, a genius is a genius. Not only is he handsome, he is young and frivolous, he is much better than when I was young. I also asked what Requiem's AA trick was, and made it seem like he could use it right away, which is silly and cute. At a young age, he actually had the idea of AA the White Nut Star. No matter how old I am, I don't even dare to want mom. But his planet's energy level seems to be really low, it feels like a barren planet. She didn't feel embarrassed to investigate directly just now, it was very rude. Thinking so, she simply opened the friend list. The most basic information about Chenmo can be found here. Of course, the premise is that the other party does not choose to hide. Lord of the planet, Chenmo. Planet level. Barren planet. Unbelievable, it really is. The next moment, she opened her mouth wide and her eyes widened. I saw the barren planet column, and in the blink of an eye, there was a change. Chapter 93. What a coincidence. When the money comes, I hate it. The Lord's Kingdom. 3 more. Buzz. Like breathing, the entire planet is changing. Watching the whole planet change. Huge tracts of trees grew wildly. It grew taller in half an hour. Chenmo was also a little dumbfounded. Is this change too drastic? It's just like a spiritual recovery. Chenmo quickly understood that this planet is from a barren planet to a low-energy planet. From nothing, the natural situation is different. Fortunately, the whole planet is under his control. Otherwise, in this case, all kinds of mutant beasts will be rampant. Congratulations Chenmo, your planet Terra has established a close connection with the parent star, and the energy of the parent star will continue to affect your planet. If you don't want to be affected by this, you can take the initiative to contact the terminal. Re-establishment needs to apply. This teleportation channel is a permanent channel. You can enter and leave the home star at will. Please specify the entry position. Note: you are currently in the game. Please do not return to the home star. This channel is also federally regulated, so you need to report all kinds of material transactions. Smuggling is strictly prohibited. Chenmo's first time seeing such a long federal notice. Listed a lot of things to pay attention to. Then set the passage to Shanghai to the city. With a thought, Chenmo touched the opening and selected the opening coordinates of the opening. Located in Shanghai City Transmission Plaza. This is the location of Chenmo's hometown. Call. A clear wind blew in. Channel open. On the other end, it happened to be the mature female star Soulmaster who opened her eyes and slowly turned her head back. What a coincidence. Chenmo was taken aback for a moment, then smiled and said hello. He did not expect that this woman was actually from Shanghai City, so she was considered a fellow. However, the two were not familiar with each other, it was just an ordinary transaction. Good. The woman was also stunned, raised her hand and said hello. After Chenmo said hello, he closed the channel. No one else has the right to open or close this channel except him. It cannot pass without his permission. This is protected by the laws of the world. Of course, the opening coordinates of the channel are only allowed to be set in the teleportation square, which is for the convenience of federal supervision. Open anywhere else and it will be investigated immediately. Chenmo, this little boy, it's a bit interesting. Looking at the closed passage, the woman raised her hand, and a slight smile appeared on the corner of her mouth. It made, the old lady has a little spring in her heart. The coincidence just now is really interesting. She took a deep breath, patted her face, and stepped out of the square. However, that's the end of it. There should be no more intersection between the two. The next step is to build enough portals. Connect all my turf. At that time, no matter where the sun of the world goes, it will be the enemy of all my main forces. It just so happens that I have accumulated a lot of resources. I also have 2 billion funds on hand. First repair, it's 2 portals to test the water. Chenmo eager to open the knowledge of the portal. Then dumbfounded. For a semi-permanent portal, the total value of resources required is around 50 billion. And that doesn't include subsequent energy maintenance costs. Of course, Chenmo directly connected the portal to the parent star channel, so there is no energy cost. But for emergency energy reserves, he is sure to prepare. Otherwise, one day he is cut off from the parent star by the positional force, and his portal will completely strike. The cost of emergency energy supply equipment is also about 10 billion yuan. That is, Chenmo needs 60 billion to create a usable portal, even if it is a beggar version. You will hate less when the money is used up. Chenmo couldn't help but feel a pity. He can only slow down the construction of the portal. However, with the speed at which I am currently acquiring resources, it is not too far from building a portal. I believe I can build a powerful territory with Terra as the core. As for all the support from the parent star behind it, it doesn't matter. Chen Mo believes that he will have the power, the mother star will not be his plow, but only help. This is not his optimism. At present, the attention he has received from the world has far surpassed that of newcomers. Even some people who have already condensed their star souls can't compare to him. With a move in his heart, Chen Mo pulled out the property panel. Lord of the planet, Chen Mo. Planet ID, 23,788. Civilization level, level 1.5. Civilization tendency, genes, technology. Planetary contribution, 10.9 billion. Planet ranking, number 1 in newcomer zone real time. Planet information, low energy planet, has a special connection with the parent world. Other information, no. Exclusive race, Aracia. Mushroom. Nature, cluster creature. Level, level 1.5 civilization. Abilities growth, devour, hallucinogenic, toxin, parasitic, nerve, metal, electricity, high energy. Atima, 997. Overall evaluation, planet overlord. At present, the total number of your ethnic groups has exceeded 1 trillion billion, occupying most of the surface area of AA4 planets, and part of the interior of the crust. You have been able to reshape the appearance of the entire planet. For the creatures on the planet, you are like a god. Within these few planets, you are in an absolute dominant position, but your influence on the surrounding star fields is very limited. Your civilization has come into contact with the power of idealism and genes, and has made 3 major leaps on the path of genetic ascension. Coupled with the increasingly powerful star soul power and the gradually changing strange star realm, you can barely reach the level of a 1.5 level civilization. The progress is very fast. I only have 4 planets in my hands. Chen Mo is quite satisfied with his performance. In just 10 days, the star soul has been condensed, and it has grown, and has also acquired so many abilities. Even, he currently has the gene of the child of the world being swallowed. One more profit. However, my overall evaluation has not changed much. It is still the overlord of the planet. This should be because there are no cosmic arms, and it is all transmitted by the mother star. I can only traverse inside the planet. And what does this 997 mean? Chen Mo looked at the panel provided by the system. This time, he always felt that the meaning was unclear. Forget it, let's clear the battlefield to make money first. By the way, bring that brand new planet under your command. Chen Mo turned his eyes and came to the world of the number 1 thug, planet 23. As the power of the star soul increases, Chen Mo's ability to erode the will of the planet increases along with it. In addition, there is the strongest inner ghost on the planet, the sun of the world. Take it. He easily acquired planet 23. There are not many mineral resources on this planet. But as long as it is occupied, it means that there will be a huge amount of materials that need to be shot. Because according to the agreement, these natives will be infected and transformed into his faithful parasites while retaining self-awareness. And the parasite can eat enough when exposed to the sun. Therefore, many of their original materials can be sold. Magic weapons, magic equipment, various living facilities, many can be sold. Substance requirements will be reduced to very low levels. Of course, intelligent creatures are born to need spiritual entertainment. Unless they kill all their consciousness and turn them into rigid machines. This is definitely not possible. At least every time Chen Mo conquers a planet, he will collect their scholars and try to make them tinker with some weapons. Just like the green skin back then, if anything comes up, it will be earned. Do it at will. There is a saying that there is no intention to plant willows and willows. It doesn't matter if you don't have it, it doesn't cost money to keep it. Because Chen Mo's way of raising civilization is very different from the rest of the newcomers. The future will be even more different. Here, consciousness and body are raised separately. When all parasites are free, their consciousness stays in the astral world. Chen Mo gave them a whole new world. It is more energy efficient and freer. So the real world in which the body is located, as long as it can survive. In this way, Chen Mo is proud to maintain a surprisingly large number of consciousness groups at a very low cost. Just join Chen Mo's Divine Will Network and access the astral world. You can travel the entire territory. Is this the kingdom of God? Are we dead already? Lord, please forgive me. The aboriginals who were newly connected to Planet 23 bowed down to the statue of Chen Mo one after another. Extremely pious. Of course, Chenmo would not make any response. It doesn't make sense to him. Planet 23 is really bad environment. If you don't mind, you can only get about 2 billion. Quote. It's a pity that the suddenness of the indigenous attack has passed, or else we can sell a wave of magic cannons. Chenmo now has the ability to open the portal in seconds, and the courier service can be guaranteed to reach a first-class level. After viewing the harvest of Planet 23. Next, Chenmo picked up the Federation reward. He chose Reward 1, Ancient Technology Rec Plus Design Blueprint. Choose Reward 2, Random Magic Weapon. It should be similar. However, without the possible knowledge cooperation, Chenmo felt that the first weapon was more suitable. After all, what the greenskins need is not real power. Instead, it looks more powerful. Imagine a weapon that you can see, touch, bang and spark, or a machine that rumbles. Which, visually, isn't more impactful than a quiet fell weapon. Moreover, magic weapons have requirements for users, and are not suitable for Chenmo's parasite army. Simple and easy to operate, things that can be mass-produced are the best. Chenmo has a metal gene, and if he evolves it again, he may be able to produce various weapons from the ground in batches. Opening the trading platform, Chenmo added some goods. At the same time put the latest harvest on the shelves. Then switch to the newcomer area and take a look. See how far the indigenous people have worked hard. Does anyone else want to invite him to dinner? This is basically one-sided at present, touting him. Occasionally, the top 100 newcomers said that the number of indigenous people was unusually large. Chenmo watched it for a while, except that he found that he had hundreds of sons and daughters, but he didn't gain much. It feels boring. About to turn it off. I saw someone say. Damn it, have you heard about it? Li Long has gained the attention of the Federation and acquired mysterious knowledge. I heard that it is one of two choices. Ha ha ha, I got magical knowledge randomly. My race finally has a way of defense. The combat power is greatly increased. Li Nuos. This wave of natives will be smashed by me. But it's strange, they keep coming to die. What's going on? Photos. Someone uploaded a photo. That's what caught Chenmo's attention. Duo Tuo upstairs is a big guy. I heard that you will be rewarded for good performance. Chenmo, maybe you can get all the advanced knowledge. Won't you take a super weapon again? We're still playing a fart with such a reward. Don't worry, the Federation is unlikely to disrupt the balance of the game, and the high probability is that it tends to reward knowledge of planet construction. This has been the case over the years. The Federation encourages everyone to lay a solid foundation and build their own planet. After all, knowledge is the primary productive force. They can only cultivate, not research new technologies. Sooner or later, their development will be limited. A newcomer said, Chenmo, it seems to be a barren planet, right? The construction shit on. He should have chosen to build other planets. Don't you see that he kept pulling equipment to Planet 14? Don't keep talking about Chenmo, bar. Everyone is guessing. Of course Chenmo wouldn't tell them that his two planets were both under construction. Just one is a safe and comfortable civilized nest. One is the mothership that insists on persuading people with truth. Ding. Your group understands the race very well by analyzing the Night Devil gene, and produces a restraining effect, and any actions on it will have a 100% enhancement effect. Your tribe devoured the genes of the Night Demon, World Child, and analyzed the gravitational and mimetic genes. You can choose one of them, carry out deduction and evolution, and add your own gene sequence. Suddenly, two mechanical voices sounded. Devouring is finally complete. Chenmo was overjoyed. Chapter 94 Holy Terra. You are not qualified. One more. Is this the Master's territory? The boundless world of consciousness. And Holy Terra. I wish I could go there in person. Holy Land. Visit. Through the astral plane, the consciousness of the natives can move around. Naturally, we can also see the scene of Terra from observing mushrooms. At present, due to the Star Soul world, drastic changes are taking place. Of course, these natives could not understand. What made them tremble with excitement was the transformation of Planet 14. This is visible to the naked eye. Moving mountains. The world is reshaped. Under Chenmo's will, the entire planet was hollowed out by the creep, constantly transporting substances and changing it into the required terrain. At present, the name has been changed here. Called the Fortress, Mothership. Planetary War Fortress. Such a behemoth, not to mention the technology, just spread the mushrooms inside and out, it is already a miracle. Thanks to his evolution, the mushroom's growth gene has become stronger and can adapt to more environments. Chen Mo, overlooking the fortress, was delighted too. This mighty power, in the eyes of ordinary people, is indeed no different from a miracle. But there are still a lot of conditions to become a real mobile fortress. The most important thing is that it cannot move. Chen Mo's thoughts moved. Eyes fell on the evolution option. Gravity and mimicking genes, you can choose one of them for deduction and evolution. This is the chance to evolve by devouring the children of the world. Considering the situation of the Fortress 593, Chen Mo did not hesitate too much and chose the gravitational gene. Mimicking is supposed to be about sneaking. There will be a lot of increase in the parasitic effect. But as a swarm creature, he holds an army of trillions of parasites. The dryness of the open fire, the infection through the chaos of the battle, is much faster than the effect and speed of sneaking into the infection. What's more, with the gravitational gene, it is not the flying dragon riding the face, but the planet riding the face. Gravity allows you to enter and exit the gravitational cell. Your exclusive race becomes very sensitive to gravitational detection, and even by growing the gravitational core, it can manipulate and change the gravitational force of a local area and create an anti-gravity area. This ability is simply tailor-made for me. Chen Mo couldn't help but rejoice. However, deducing the evolutionary system is to deduce the most suitable evolutionary method with the highest success rate. Tailor-made for Chen Mo, it couldn't be more normal. It seems that gravity is just an auxiliary ability, similar to metal, but it gives me the opportunity to change. There is a chance to evolve a cosmic parasite. At the same time, with the help of the gravitational core, I can develop space arms, and I also have the motivation to push the fortress forward. Such a huge planet, the mass alone is enough to distort the surrounding space. As huge as the sun, even the light can be distorted. And more massive objects, black holes, distort everything, and the light directly swallows it. Mass, gravity, these things are closely related. It is very unrealistic to rely on the engine alone to propel objects of huge mass. Gravitational core is a good choice. Chen Mo did a little calculation. 100 million can build a huge gravitational core. As for hatching flying dragons with gravitational cells, or creep, gravitational traction mushrooms. Almost no cost. This technology is worth it. Start evolving. Chen Mo's thoughts moved. The next moment, the mushrooms that have accumulated good nutrients and resources will start to grow rapidly. Inside the entire planet, all the creeps are linked together, and huge tentacles grow on it. Thanks to the gravitational cells, part of the gravity is eliminated, so that the tentacles can become extremely large. As a result, the tentacles grew bigger and bigger, and even extended out of the atmosphere. The whole planet seems to be alive. There are giants, bred from the interior of the planet, and burst out of their shells. Such a huge tentacle that spans the entire planet, the shock that it brings to people is unparalleled. Especially through the astral perspective, you can also use observation equipment to overlook it from a high altitude. Creeping and twisting, matched with the dark cosmic starry sky. If there are ordinary people watching, they will faint directly. But for the parasites accustomed to these strange and twisted creations, this is an unparalleled power. Beauty. This is a miracle creation. Miracle. This is the power of evolution, and we are already in it. This huge fortress is still in the construction stage. But all astral consciousnesses believe that one day, this mothership with huge tentacles and a planet will be able to shuttle in the void of the universe. Throughout the universe, with the tentacles of the astral world, spread glorious evolution throughout the universe. Become the ultimate legend and divine. Indigenous people are extremely excited. The glory of the Lord is their glory. At this time, when Chen Mo is relaxed and happy, making construction plans. On the other side, on a huge planet, Luo Bing led the angel and was fighting with blood. Fighting, she was about to cry. Not beat. CJCE, it was her exclusive race of angels, and the perception brought by her made her expect that something big was about to happen. Of course, if the brain is normal, if you observe carefully, you can find. The behavior of the natives is too strange. The atmosphere of the battlefield has also become extremely intense and frenetic. The emotions of the natives have reached their peak. Kill. For civilization. Burn it. The flame of civilization. From these roars, Luo Bing clearly felt a will, unite together. Like the collective will of the entity, I'm finished. No, never admit defeat. One last chance. Luo Bing's eyes became cold and severe, she waved her hand and gathered the strongest angels. 2 levels, 1 level 9. Plus herself, it's also rank 9. The brutal bloody battle has squeezed the potential of the angel race to the limit, growing extremely fast. The 4 people gathered, turned into a streamer, set off a rain of blood all the way, and rushed out of the channel. There are several powerful native leaders. They are the most likely candidates. Killing them can greatly reduce the probability of giving birth to a child of the world. Even, directly hardening the opponent is the strongest, which can smash the opponent's illusion and disintegrate their will. Taking a step back, even if the will is not disintegrated, the child of the world who is born again will not be so powerful immediately. At that time, Luo Bing could also have time, choose to open the portal, and retreat. But if I get to that point, I will be a complete failure, and I can only go to work for the rest of the Star Soul powerhouses, or as an ordinary person, die in obscurity in the Star Soul world. Thinking of this, Luo Bing's expression became more and more determined. Kill. Feeling the master's will, the beautiful angel burst into light, holy sword. Boom. Striving to be injured, everyone moved forward quickly, and they were about to kill the indigenous leader. However, the next moment, a desperate scene happened. I saw a native take a step forward and draw a knife. Next moment, a golden light began to rise from him. This terrifying power, with a direct bang, made the surrounding air burn. The Ninth Order angel rushed to the front, facing the golden light. This is the condensed will, the most dazzling power. It was filled with the anger of the natives. Next moment, the wings of the Ninth Order angel were directly burned to ashes. The whole person was also hit and flew out. It's over. It's really over now. Luo Bing resisted the shock. But the hands holding the great sword are shaking. Straight legend, no chance of winning. However, the next moment, something that made her dumbfounded happened. The children of the world did not attack. Although he could see that he was furious, he forcibly controlled his desire to attack. Instead, step forward. However, after taking a few steps, Child of the World stared at Luo Bing and hesitated. You are not qualified for me to kneel and offer my heart. It's far from that one. Abandoning this sentence, the natives began to retreat. Luo Bing was a little confused. Dumbly holding the big sword, he stood on the spot. She was very fortunate to have escaped with her life. But not good enough. What does that mean? It's far from that one. Which one? Luo Bing turned on her watch suspiciously, regardless of her embarrassment. The rest of the newcomers. There may be clues. But to say that among the newcomers that the natives have come into contact with, there is only one who is still alive and well. Chen Mo. Thinking of this, a thought that made her want to cry without tears rose in her mind. That is, he has suffered heavy losses, and he is likely to be a whetstone for the natives. And the natives sharpen their knives. What do? It doesn't feel like a final battle with Chen Mo. Luo Bing muttered to himself. Depressed and cried immediately. Chapter 95 Infect the Planet. The Fortress. Luo Bing cried. 2 more. I was beaten to death on my side. I was also pressed on the ground by Chen Mo. I was squeezed several times and lost tens of millions. People who don't know the situation, watching the transactions in the newcomer area, must think that I am crazy and spend 10 million to buy a piece of junk to go home. The natives are also crazy. Are their brains broken? Luo Bing collapsed, humming. Bad mood. In short, it seems that the whole world is suffering, only Chen Mo is crazy to take advantage. But calm down a bit. Luo Bing thought carefully, and felt that it seemed that this was the only way the indigenous people could find a way to survive. However, under the extermination order, the natives will not think that they can take refuge in the newcomers. Because they don't know the operating rules of the Star Soul world. She was very curious, which ghost aboriginal discovered this method. Or some kind of coincidence. Generally speaking, no one in the Star Soul world accepts indigenous people. Even textbooks explicitly advise against doing this. This pollutes the collective will. The damage to the Star Soul, and the subsequent development, is of no benefit. Especially for newcomers. Taking 10,000 steps back, there is no way to completely conquer it. But this native is so sure that this road is feasible, he must have seen something with his own eyes. It's a conspiracy. What does Chen Mo know? Combined with Chen Mo's sudden move to sell magic cannons before, it seems like an unpredictable profit. The more Luo Bing thought about it, the more certain he was. It's just that she couldn't understand, how did Chen Mo convince the indigenous people that he would not cross the river and demolish the bridge? Offering a heart, what a strange operation. She opened her watch and carefully observed the newcomer area. Here, the movements of the child of the world can be observed. The other party flew in the sky, like a sun, it was too obvious. The indigenous army that followed behind was also overwhelming. After a little observation, Luo found that the child of the ice world was indeed heading for planet 34. This is the planet designated by Chen Mo, specially against the children of the world. Gritting his teeth, Luo Bing immediately contacted Chen Mo. She pretended that she didn't know that the child of this world was going to take refuge with Chen Mo. I don't know that Chen Mo has a way to stably accept his younger brother. Chen Mo, I brought you the son of the world. She blushed slightly and said cheekily. There are no other benefits. This one, take a share, it should be fine. And if she insists, the birth of the child of this world, she has no credit, but also hard work. Blood and tears. In the end, all the benefits went to Chen Mo. Thinking of this, her slightly red face became puffed up again. At the same time, she also announced the news in the newcomer area. Don't fight for anything else, just fight. Her position as Chen Mo's friend was not given by others. Hope others shut up. Stop talking about her and Chen Mo. As soon as the news of Luo Bing was announced, the entire newcomer area was directly fried. Everyone was surprised. There are so many children of the world. Luo Bing is really brave. Many people began to pay attention to the news of the newcomer area, wondering how Chen Mo will deal with this time. Confront or conquer. If you can still conquer it, it means that there must be a mature way. If you can learn this method yourself. Thinking of this, Li Long couldn't help but feel hot inside. In fact, he has already had some guesses, but it still needs to be confirmed. Many ordinary newcomers on Planet 14 also have this idea. People with spare capacity sent spies one after another to see what happened. Terra Star. The connection with the Star Soul world makes the environment here better all the time. The energy level of the entire planet is rising. Coupled with Chen Mo's planetary defense system, the passage was directly blocked. Let this be the only place that is not harassed by any natives. Xanadu. Chen Mo, who has been quiet for a long time, is very satisfied with the performance of the entire Planet 14 by observing mushrooms. High-purity magic crystal, high-energy gas, superconducting alloy material, magic heart. Some of these materials I can make myself, and some need to be purchased. Plus the equipment originally shipped to Planet 14. Chen Mo took a careful inventory and found that he could just try to create a large gravitational core. The construction cost is about 100 million yuan, which does not affect my preparation for evolutionary resources. You can try it. Without any hesitation, Chen Mo immediately thought of it and ordered a large number of green-skinned engineers to act. Build the gravity core. For a time, creep surged, and on the 14th Eastern Hemisphere, a large area, more than 50 square kilometers of ground, was cleared out. The ground here falls rapidly. Chen Mo used his knowledge of terrain modification to assist in the modification of the terrain. This is the first one that he will be involved in order to speed up the progress. But as a person who is determined to become a hands-off shopkeeper, it is absolutely impossible to be a construction worker for a long time. Subsequent operations will be recorded by the biological brain. The work will be done by countless parasites. This kind of scene of operating tens of millions of different parasites and working at the same time can only be completed by a ruthless computing machine. It can make the whole group, every screw, in the right place, to play the biggest role. This is also the horror of swarming creatures. This kind of bizarre text is completely different from the path of the Star Soul world at present. Chen Mo uses a unique race to explore a unique road. Soon after, when the dense construction team dispersed, a gravitational core was fixed on the sunken ground. The upper part is slightly raised, like a cylindrical engine. The bottom is deeply rooted in the depths of the earth, reaching the center of the earth. The speed is very fast. If you can burn knowledge into your genes, let the green skin be born with these things, and it will be solidified into an instinct. Chen Mo saw that with the help of his own knowledge, the effect was so good. Cannot help but think. If you think about it further, combined with the talent of the green skin, even if the construction is rough, the equipment should be able to run, perfectly, as they think. But if this thing has no green skin operation, but is used by others, it will explode into a pile of garbage with a bang. Just like the electromagnetic gun that exploded last time. If enough knowledge is engraved, each spore can become a base car-like existence, which is equivalent to having a full set of technology trees. If they are spread all over the universe, they can continue to develop and conquer planets without my management. if the overall goal is set to evolve and proliferate. It's kind of like a self-disciplined machine. Chen Mo couldn't help but smile. If he could really do this, then he would really become a hands-off shopkeeper. Just sit on the holy terra. Don't worry about anything else. Every day, there are countless greenskins and insect swarms, plundering various genes and trying various evolutions outside. He just needs to wait to get stronger, and he doesn't have to do anything. At that time, his fierce name might still be above the Star Soul world. Of course, to do this, there is still a long way to go. Just implanting knowledge, or strong growth genes, so that mushrooms can adapt to various environments, is far from enough. But that doesn't stop Chen Mo from imagining. What if it does happen? Gravity Core J. A complex organism composed of regularly arranged gravitational cells, power cells, high-energy cells, etc., which can use high-energy matter for energy. Currently supports magic crystals and high-energy gas, as well as nuclear energy. Effects. Tractor beam, anti-gravity field. The device can create a large-scale anti-gravity field within a diameter of 500 kilometers, or distort the direction of gravity to create a tractor beam to capture space objects. The higher the energy level, the greater the mass of the object, the worse the effect. It is extremely easy to be disturbed by spiritual power. Evolving the corresponding genes can enhance the performance of this particular parasite. The main body of the gravitational core is alive and can be regarded as a special parasite. Using this to capture and control the child of the world is simply superb. Tractor beams can capture space objects. Chen Mo couldn't help but be surprised. The news of his super tyrannical strength has spread. The child of the world is afraid that he will not be easily fooled again. But with gravitational control, it's different. From a distance, he can interfere with the gravity of an area. Next, catch the sun of the world. It is very useful. Also, using the tractor beam, if you can grab an iron meteorite in space. In that instant, a large amount of mineral resources can be obtained. This is equivalent to digging a large iron ore all at once. Thinking of this, Chen Mo was excited. I don't know if there are any suitable meteorites nearby. If anything, his income is going to grow again. The record he created can only be broken by himself. With a thought, Chen Mo made huge eyes grow on the tentacles of the planet to observe the surroundings. But at this moment, his watch chimed. There are not many people who can contact him, just one or two. Chen Mo immediately stopped space mining, and looked at the watch. This is the payment for the magic crystal today, thank you. It was Mu Yao who sent the message. Chen Mo replied. Received. It's been a pleasure working with each other these days. Mu Yao has also hired experts to take back her own mineral planet. The business is now on the right track. After a few chats, Chen Mo was about to turn off his watch when he saw the message from Luo Bing. Suddenly stunned. Good guy, did you really give birth to the child of the world? This method has a high success rate. Indigenous people are crazy. Sure enough, the will to survive of any race cannot be underestimated. The hope of life, let the indigenous civilization erupt with unprecedented power. Chen Mo sighed and said, thanks, I'll be ready to fight here. By the way, can your decoy angel be sure to survive to planet 34? If possible, I will try my best to save her life for you. Although this Luo Bing has a strange personality, it is still quite powerful. At the same time, Chen Mo murmured in his heart, how dare the son of the world come? He plans to create another gravitational core, let the flying dragon hold it, and go out to capture the son of the world. Who knows, there are still food delivery. Chen Mo didn't know yet. Because of his actions, the natives who were present at the scene to witness the scene of offering their hearts have long since changed the way of self-help. What? Hearing Chen Mo's words, Luo Bing was slightly stunned. What's the situation? Doesn't Chen Mo plan to accept the other party as his younger brother? Or, the other party doesn't know the thoughts of the child of the world? For a time, Luo Bing was also stunned. I muttered in my heart. Could it be that all this has nothing to do with Chen Mo? Have you misunderstood him? Chapter 96 What to see? Can I lick you? 3 more. FK, come again. See the news of the newcomer area. Wang Yifeng was not happy or confused for the first time. But the conditioned reflex is afraid. This time, he vowed never to participate. When I saw the words Chen Mo, I felt unknown. In the wave just now, because he reminded everyone, he didn't get any benefit and was rejected in Chen Mo's observation post. That's fine. When Chen Mo made money, he also bleed the most. It can be said that Chen Mo's shining first place, there are many, or all contributed by him. However, is the frequency of the appearance of the children of this world. He pondered. This thing, how to look at it, why is it abnormal? There are many people who have the same idea as him. But there is no benefit to killing the son of the world. Apart from fame, it affects one's own development. It is even more dangerous to recover the child of the world, which will make the star soul impure. The child of the world itself is related to the will of the planet, and if it is dominated by the anti-guest, it will be completely finished. 593. Wang Yi thought of this again. He didn't understand what was Chen Mo doing this for. Chen Mo is a scholar, it's impossible not to know this. Could it be because your grades are too good, your strength is too strong, and you are familiar? Forget it, this matter has nothing to do with me, I will not see it. I'll say one more word this time, I'm a stupid dog. Wang Yifeng turned off the communicator directly. It doesn't hurt to not read Chen Mo's news. The mind will not be hit. Wallet, and will not be squeezed. Wang Yifeng comforted himself in this way. He used to be rich, but now Chen Mo is a little tight on money. Messages also came from the house, and Ah scolded him several times. Now he has a bag on his head. Regarding Chen Mo's affairs, he has been disdainful at the beginning, to cautious, and then super serious. Up to now, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, just avoid it. This is the survival law summed up by Wang Yifeng. If I am suppressed again, my development will be left behind. Don't say that I will keep a good ranking in the second stage. When I get to the actual combat stage, I will be bullied. The enemy I will face this time will be different from previous years, not simple. The more he thought about it, the more uncomfortable Wang Yifeng felt. There was some tension. It was a feeling he had never felt before. At this moment, it is felt. That, no, I didn't use angels as bait, but other methods. It's more embarrassing, so I won't say it. Seeing Chen Mo looking at her and thinking about her, Luo Bing was immediately ashamed and embarrassed. Can she say that it is because she is considered too low grade by the children of the world? To be despised by a native, I was so angry. Then what benefits do you want? Chen Mo Wendao. The other party has already added his friend, and the benefits promised before are naturally inconsistent. I don't want to just have a meal. Luo Bing wanted to take advantage of it. But dare not, because if Chen Mo subdues the son of this world again, she will be exposed. She didn't take advantage, and it didn't matter. But if you take it, you will be missed. No benefit. Chen Mo became more and more vigilant. Wei, you woman, it really is not right. Don't be good, so what do you want? I owe you a favor. Or something deeper. Looking at Chen Mo's vigilant eyes, Luo Bing collapsed a little. This look is very similar to her rejecting some rich second-generation gifts. Heaven is reincarnation. Her inner emotions were extremely complicated. Although she knew it wasn't like that, but she really wanted to grab Chen Mo and bring him up, so she asked, is my mother so despised by you? Where is it not working? This superb figure, what shortcomings do you point out? Damaged self-esteem belongs to yes. Abruptly, it's like a female licking a dog. What are you looking at? Can I still lick you? Don't be too affectionate. Luo Bing wanted to say that. But Chen Mo has already spoken first. Well, go to your place to eat, or mine. Chen Mo thought about it. No, he was tangled and worried about a woolen thread. Not returning to the Star Soul world. Here he is a strong Star Soul, holding the certificate of conquest. No one really needs to be false. Get tough. Although Luo Bing is really too strange. Come up and talk naked. Then call the master. Now help without asking for anything in return. Wouldn't that be some kind of sickness? But he is a veteran cadre who has experienced many battles, and there is no reason to refuse the test. Challenge your weakness. Luo Bing. She just wanted to explode in place. Talk to Chen Mo and live years less at a time. Chen Mo ended the conversation with Luo Bing. Although I don't know why, I always feel that the other person looks at me in a weird way. In short, the force will block it, and the water will spit out. Strong, not afraid. Chen Mo no longer thinks about this matter, opens the newcomer area, and pays attention to the movements of the child of the world. Good stuff coming soon. At the same time he made a random statement. It is to emphasize once again that as the first person in the newcomer area, his words count. As long as you help him lead the child of the world to planet 34, no matter what method you use, you can invite him to dinner. opportunity to be friends. At the same time, Chen Mo also gave some small rewards to the person who informed him of the movements of the child of the world along the way. In order to more accurately determine the location of the child of the world. At the same time, it will pave the way for his subsequent capture of the son of the world. As soon as Chen Mo spoke, the already lively newcomer area exploded even more. Chen Mo welcomes you. Encourage us all to make some children of the world. Chen Mo is cheating, trying to add me as a friend. I won't let him succeed. Doghead. Is this the world of the strong? I waited for the little trash to be too scared to speak. Children of the world. Just for fun. Speaking of which, the children of the world of each race have different abilities, right? If they encounter spatial abilities or invisibility, aren't they afraid of being stabbed? The son of the world has great potential and is connected with the will of the planet. It is best to kill it. We are the slave owners of the universe. We are afraid that we will sell them all. If I conquer the son of the world, I will transform his planet into a hive, with a population of 1 trillion, and use it as a source of my cannon fodder. My planet only accepts top grades, all the men are killed, the women go to mine, and the top grades enrich the harem. This time, everyone, do your best. I really want to see how domineering Chen Mo is. Let the children of the world surrender. At brother, do you still have a giant? Come and see it live on the whole hour. Seeing that there were still people mentioning him in the newcomer area, Lu Fan's face darkened. Hateful. It's all done for Chen Mo. Lu Fan became more and more angry, and simply closed the newcomer area. Looking at it, heart disease has to be out of breath. However, he is indeed not 2.4 Chen Mo's opponent, and the other party may come back to deal with him. He had to be honest and careful now. Well, not necessarily. If the other party wants me to suppress me, they will not sell it to the magic cannon. It should be that you don't pay attention to me. Lu Fan gritted his teeth and said. He has to face reality. In the second stage, I am afraid that there is no hope at all, and I can only pin my hopes on the barren planet of Chen Mo, and the follow-up development is weak. But he has obtained several low-energy planets, and the situation is not optimistic. Lu Fan analyzed it carefully, but the more he analyzed, the more he felt that he couldn't handle the other party. I wish there were several children of the world born. FK him together. Let him sing. Lu Fan thought so. Suddenly, the watch vibrated slightly, and someone in the newcomer area said, Children of the world. Another child of the world is born. The person who spoke was Li Long, 5th on the newcomer list. But looking at his tone, he wasn't particularly nervous. Chapter 97 Monopoly in a special period. Give your heart. 4 more. Not right. Li Long is definitely going to make trouble. Lu Fan realized it immediately. And the one that Defang wants to do most, or can do, is Chen Mo. His exclusive race is the devil, and the follow-up strength is very strong, and the number is also large, but he has not been very convinced by Chen Mo. Is it, to lead the children of the world to Chen Mo? But I'm afraid it will be difficult, right? His race is not an angel. He is not lucky, and his flying ability is not that strong. I am afraid that he will be slapped to death by the child of the world. The son of the world is not an idiot, he can deceive at will. Lu Fan immediately started the analysis. It would not be bad if Li Long was killed. He is a great threat to me, second only to Chen Mo. Thinking of this, Lu Fan flipped through the leaderboard. Good guy, he disappeared in a blink of an eye, and the other party's contribution value added another 10 million. This is going to be 4th place soon. Maybe tomorrow he will burst into chrysanthemum. 10 million. Lu Fan immediately opened the trading platform and looked at the previous transaction data. The transaction data here is public and can be queried by everyone. It's just very inconvenient. But Lu Fan knew Li Long's name and the approximate transaction amount, so he quickly found out. This is a business. It sells fluorite ore, iron ore, and some magic crystals. The total value should be around 7 million, but I bought it at a 30% premium, so there are 10 million. 29 Lu Fan sneered uncomfortably. Looking at the last transaction that followed, the time interval was only a few seconds, he couldn't hold back, he burst out laughing. It is a magic cannon that Fei sells. That is to say, Li Long just cheated on his front foot, advanced money to get 10 million contribution value, and the back foot even brought profit, all of which were given to Chen Mo. And Chen Mo's junk will sell for up to 1 million in 2 days. The greater probability is that no one wants to buy it except museums. However, when he thought that he was similar to Li Long, his face turned black again. However, in this wave, Li Long really has to thank Chen Mo. If it weren't for the miners sold by the other party, he would have a fart manpower to mine. Hateful, my native planet, there are not many mines to dig, this wave of blood loss. Hey, Li Long should be fourth tomorrow, maybe even more than me. Lu Fan is not a fool. He took a closer look at the combination of minerals sold by Li Long and could guess that Li Long was digging minerals from his own planet. And it's a magic crystal mine. Only the upper layers of this mine have fluorite and iron ore. Below are more valuable magic crystals. That is to say, in the next few days, when Li Longming digs below, with the same number of miners, his income will increase by at least 4 times. This is also the reason why Lu Fan judges that he is likely to be exploded. At present, almost all the newcomers and the large army are guarding their homes. Dare not go out. At most, send out small groups of spies or elite raiders. So how much money can be made, basically depends on the output of the local planet. Usually, experts don't do this. Because there is no shortage of money, whoever has nothing to damage the environment, dig holes everywhere on their planet. But this year's game was unexpectedly difficult, coupled with the huge pressure of Chen Mo. Many newcomers have to frantically dig out the resources of their own planet for a higher contribution value. This makes Lu Fan, who is not rich in his own planetary mine, very injured. Alas, Li Long's ranking was completely lifted by Chen Mo. It's a shame that I knew earlier that I would encourage everyone not to buy miners with Wang Yifeng. Lu Fan thought painfully. Who would have thought that the game has been going on so far? Mining, hunting, and manufacturing turned out to be the 3 main sources of contribution value. Among them, mining, in particular, occupies an absolute majority. After all, the animals on the planet are limited, and it is impossible to hunt them uncontrollably, and if they are raised now, it will be too late. Manufacturing is a matter of luck. The Federation has to support the corresponding knowledge, or its own race is good at it, just do it. Only mining can be done by everyone. Lu Fan analyzed the trading platform. He suddenly discovered that now has entered the era of national mining. Almost all the newcomers are mining with their heads covered. And decide how much everyone digs. There are 2 factors. First, miners and equipment. Second, the types of mineral resources of their own planet. The second one has nothing to say, look at the planet chosen at the beginning. No matter what planet, as long as it has high-level energy, it has more or less valuable ores. Therefore, the decisive factor is mainly the first. Miner. All equipment is the same. But the miners who operate the equipment are different. The ones sold by Chen Mo are the cheapest and most powerful miners in the market. It can also live 24 hours a day. Currently, my ranking is in the hands of Chen Mo. After Lu Fan summed it up, his face was extremely ugly. Before the natives outside did not slow down the offensive. This situation will continue until the end of the second phase. Fortunately, this agreement to renew the lease of miners is signed once a month, otherwise I would have to cry now. Just thinking about it, Lu Fan couldn't help his heart beat faster. At present, my main opponent is Li Long, and I must fight for the third and the second. The other party is indeed a genius, very strong. Lu Fan finally concluded. First place, he is not counting on it. If you can get the second place, the reward given by the Federation will go to a higher level. For the top 100, each time you advance to a ranking, the reward is different. Some random knowledge is invaluable. You are outside, you may spend dozens of times the price, and you may not even be eligible to buy it. Here, as long as the ranking is good enough, you can get it from the Federation at a free price. At this time, between a lava volcano, Li Long looked ecstatic. Just a few minutes ago, he was looking desperate. Ready to run anytime. Who knows, in an instant, the twists and turns have turned. Posted. This newly born child of the world did not attack like crazy. Although the other party looked like he was going to eat him. But he was forcibly held back. Not only that. Still moving forward. Release the consciousness of not attacking. When he understands it, Li Long is ecstatic. The son of this world wants to take refuge in him. O child of the world. Great potential and powerful presence. But under the pressure of racial survival, he actually wanted to become his slave and swear allegiance to him. Li Long regrets it. Immediately ecstatic. In an instant, he suddenly realized. Chen Mo's son of the world, so that's how it came. I see. Okay, Chen Mo, it's just luck. Look at how I will expose you later. Crazy face slap. Thinking of this, the corners of his mouth rose wildly. Can't stand it anymore. This wave of force has to be installed. What happened next was the scene that everyone saw in the newcomer area. After Luo Bing revealed a child of the world, Li Long also reported. He found one here too. I'll show you what real technology is. Isn't everyone thinking of being domineering? Wait a moment. Li Long sends information at the fastest speed. At this moment, he is not panic at all. The more dangerous it is, the more calm it is. Does he fully trust the son of the world? Ni. Even, the picture of crossing the river and demolishing the bridge flashed in his mind. In the follow-up, we have to find a way to sell the child of this world and his race. If he does, he will be useless. The star soul that was condensed later was just garbage. But he must not show it. 603. On the contrary, although he is crazy, but at the critical moment, he dares to let go. Immediately, he pretended to wave his hand calmly and asked his men to lay down their weapons. Peace is precious. At this distance, give up the defense, the opponent rushes up, and can slap him to death with a slap. 1. With such a move, the son of the world was relieved. His powerful light forcibly suppressed the hatred of the tribe. This opportunity, he must hold on to it. Although humiliating, but, survive and continue civilization. And this one is not as good as the previous terrible slave owner. But, it's also very strong. Thinking so, the child of the world slowly stepped forward. Snapped. Take out your heart. Great being, offer my loyalty. He said word by word. The whole world trembled. Full of anger and determination. The natives were also nervous and angry, watching this scene with mixed emotions. However, they don't know that this method of giving one's heart to gain absolute trust is not available to all slave owners in the world. They do it perfectly. It is thought that this is a racial talent for collecting slaves. In fact, only Chen Mo can only have the conditions to really accept slaves. Then, when the child of the world held the heart in his hand, the copper bell's big eyes stared at Li Long. Li Long was stunned. What is this operation? Take slaves, is there still this step? But looking at the appearance of the natives, it seems that they can't accept it. Some kind of idealistic ritual. It doesn't look like it. They seem to see this as a necessary means of offering loyalty and gaining status. Could it be Chen Mo's trick? So what to do next? For a time, looking at the natives whose eyes gradually became suspicious. Cold sweat broke out from Li Long's forehead. Chapter 98. The planet will move. Li Long. Brother, discuss something, one more. I'll show you what real technology is. Don't you want to see domineering? Wait a moment. This wave of operations by Li Long. Many newcomers are guessing, what technology will Li Long show next? At the beginning, it said that the child of the world was discovered. Now it's time to talk about showing the technology. It's hard not to be reminiscent. FK, are you going to take the child of the world? Damn it, there's definitely something tricky in here. Why is the second son of the world surrendering? Yeah, shit, why don't we know? I don't listen, I only believe Chen Mo, I will never leave the planet. Speaking of the other side of the planet, who of you have been there? I always feel that the planet is moving recently, I don't know if it's an illusion. Are you crazy? The planet can still move. Chen Mo is a human being, not a god. Haha, Han upstairs, I've been delusional on Chen Mo's planet, don't think I'm on some planetary beast, right? Not necessarily. I think this planet will be transformed into a weapon of war sooner or later. By the way, it's been more than 10 seconds, Li Long is so domineering, what about? Brother Long, say something. For a time, the newcomer area became lively. Li Long's discussion level is actually on par with Chen Mo. The key is that the timing he came across was too coincidental. It just so happens that everyone is paying attention to the newcomer area. Even Chen Mo is no exception. He was encouraging everyone to find the son of the world for him, but a guy came out immediately. Open the leaderboard. Almost 4th place. The progress is quite fast, but how did he make the child of the world surrender? Chen Mo was curious. He was also interested, ready to take a good look. However, he guessed that the other party has a high probability of using some method to temporarily fool the child of the world. Maybe a good performance. It is impossible to collect it, and it has to be sold in the end. The risk here is not small, and the other party is not small. Chen Mo made a judgment. At the same time, Chen Mo noticed that there were new people discussing the changes of Planet 14. This was something he didn't notice. But think about it, there are 8 million newcomers above. Although they can only move in a small area, they are not blind or deaf. Some of them must be perceptive. Might be able to detect something. But they certainly can't be sure. It can only be discussed and guessed in the comment area. Of course, they really know that Chenmo doesn't care. And their imaginations are usually limited. But what about Li Long's real technology? Chenmo was also slightly puzzled. What is this thing doing? It's a good moment, it's already time. Chenmo was muttering about the newcomer area when suddenly, a message popped up on the screen. What? Li Long sent a message to me. Chenmo was just looking at the watch, otherwise he would never have seen the news. He clicked into it at will. Li Long. Brother, discuss something. Ah, Abyss Demon World Star. For the first time, Li Long felt that the environment here was too bad. Made him sweat all over. At this time, there is no time to respond to the doubts of the newcomer area. Facing a life and death crisis. His head turned rapidly, the only way to survive, he figured out. Gritting his teeth, he turned to Chenmo for help. Don't ask for it. If he dares to say no words now, he will definitely die ugly. The son of the world in front of him slapped him to death with a slap, and it didn't bother him at all. Chenmo smiled when he saw the message in his watch. Good guy, and such a good thing. The rich second generation, number 5 on the list, took the initiative to ask for the door. The problem is that Chenmo was completely unaware of it in advance. But soon, Chenmo reacted, it has something to do with him. Ask Li Long carefully. The other party did not dare to hide. It turned out that it was his previous actions of subduing the child of the world and parasitic infection, which was misunderstood by the natives. The rest of the natives actually think this method is universal. Did they misunderstand the cosmic slave owners? The Star Soul world is an enslaved planet. Ordinary races are all sold out, how can there be such a good treatment? But for the sake of money, I reluctantly accepted the son of the world. Chenmo said with joy. This is definitely a surprise. Transfer the money in your account and I'll take care of you. Chenmo made a quick decision. Click send. Seeing this information, Li Long fell in love. His original intention was to ask Chenmo to sell him the method. Look now, the other party wants a video, and directly let the child of the world go to him. It is equivalent to spending all the money yourself, begging to give the other party a child of the world. If it wasn't for the child of the world looking at him, just because of his violent temper, he would immediately hit a video and spit it out. Chenmo. Li Long gritted his teeth, but he still had to maintain a calm and composed look on the surface. Cough cough. He cleared his throat, looked at the child of the world, and said lightly. I'm not the strongest, and I'm not qualified to accept slaves. If you really want to do this, I suggest you go to my elder brother Chenmo. He is the strongest among us. After speaking, he directly opened the video. Brother, the son of the world is here. Say something. This one is called out. The wallet is empty in seconds. This brother, he is very sincere. No way, otherwise he is afraid that when the son of the world leaves, he will slap him casually. Chenmo looked at the 200 million yuan blown by the strong wind, as well as the attached account screenshots and transfer records. Slightly surprised, he thought there were only tens of millions. How much money a normal newcomer has and how much he spends will be converted into strength as soon as possible. Who knows, this kid has saved so much money, it seems that he is preparing to upgrade the devil's reincarnation pool. But it's all his now. Just used to upgrade genes. Good. Quote. Seeing this scene, the child of the world was at a loss. But he nodded immediately. Then he stuffed his heart back into his body, and the painful feeling made him look hideous. At the same time, he also looked at Li Long with extreme hatred. This strange race is indeed evil. Don't say it sooner. Waste his expression. But in general, the son of the world is still lucky, his luck is good. Actually met the younger brother of the strongest. Because of this, the other party will kindly remind him. Thank you, although you are not as good as your brother, but you are also very strong. I wish you all the best in the future and become stronger. The children of the world wanted to kill this slave owner. But thinking of Chenmo behind the other side, finally Wang Diz held back. Maybe look up and see you later. Well, hurry up and go. Don't let my brother rank. Li Long said seriously. In fact, his heart was bleeding. Forced to hold back the corners of his mouth that slammed wildly. Good. Hearing this, the son of the world immediately froze in his heart, emitting a golden light, leading the clan to retreat quickly. However, the child of the world is a little doubtful. He has good hearing. The moment he left the passage just now, he seemed to hear a heart-piercing cry. The sun of the world is like a high-hanging sun, and he moves towards planet 34. It was discovered immediately. For a time, the newcomer area is boiling again. FK. Another. Wait, where's Li Longren? He's domineering, that's all. Brother Long, come out and say something. My dear, the two children of the world are in tandem, maybe they arrive at the same time. Now the pressure is on Chen Mo's side. Come. Chapter 99 Win-Win. Shocked everyone. Autistic Insider. 2 more. This. Seeing the news from the newcomer area, Lu Fan's eyes widened instantly. Li Long is doing wool. It's completely different from what he imagined. Isn't it so special to take off your pants and fart? Glancing directly at Luo Bing, one sentence was enough. The result is half a day. He was so angry that he directly said in the silent observation post. Uncle Li Long, didn't you say you have some awesome tricks? That's all. Are you stupid? I'm curious, why didn't you give the child of the world a tender death? Other new talent also spoke up. Li Long did not reply to these messages. Because he is now penniless and miserable, and is asking his family for money. But he didn't dare to ask for more. For fear of being blackmailed by Chen Mo again. Fortunately, there was only so much in his account just now. If he had a little more time, he felt that Chen Mo would open his mouth and ask him to ask his family for 2 billion yuan, and he would be able to do it. Very scary. Just thinking about it, Li Long shivered. At this time, he was a little fortunate, 200 million, just spent money to buy a lesson. But it's a bit pricey. Give money and be a younger brother, and give people the child of the world. Thinking of this, Li Long felt a pain in his heart again. Because there was no response from Li Long, everyone became more and more curious. I don't know if he's just being funny, or if he's just so hostile to Chen Mo. But because of the previous record, everyone felt that even if Chen Mo failed this time, he would still be number 1. After all, the combat power in his hands is already extraordinary. The 610 has a son of the world base. But the child of the world is not here. Aren't you going to send your subordinates back immediately? Or is Mr. Chen Mo sure that he can deal with both at once? I think, Li Long just wanted to invite Chen Mo to dinner. Mr. Chen Mo is awesome. Where is the child of the world? I also want to invite Chen Mo to dinner. If you can add to Chen Mo's friends, and don't say anything else, the miners probably have enough. I admire it. Now that there are miners, that is the guarantee of victory. Stable money comes every day. How can there be a child of the world? I will try to find one for the boss. It's been decided, today I bet this life, and also get the qualification to sit on the same table with the boss, brothers bless me. Not as expected by Chen Mo. As soon as the win-win deal between him and Li Long was reached, he won twice by himself. It set off a storm in the newcomer area. Everyone is discussing, 2 children of the world, how to win. In fact, these people don't know that the 2 worlds are just on their way to defect. Yes, with the verification of this world's sun, Chen Mo has probably guessed what Luo Bing's side of the world's sun is thinking. Should also come to surrender, just don't know what his conditions are. Of course, there are only so many conditions I can give. If he doesn't agree, then we can only fight. Chen Mo thought about it. The other party will most likely agree. Because it took so much effort and paid CJCE so much price, the natives could not be selfish, and they had no way back. It's pretty sad, but not my race, its heart will be different. Chen Mo couldn't say anything to let them go, such hypocritical words. Slavery, conquest, and extermination are the most effective and common methods to deal with alien races in the universe. Many Star Soul masters in the Star Soul world even like to use Requiem to directly purify the planet and wash the ground. This ability, the precondition, is to obtain the knowledge of planet upgrade and transformation, and establish a permanent channel with the Star Soul world. My miner has become an important resource, which was unexpected at the beginning. Chen Mo couldn't help but smile. Lots of people in the comments section. He started out just to make a little money, and then to get the spores to spread to every planet. But these days, everyone has been forced to sell their own planet minerals, just like the first stage. This makes miners, an incompetent tool, also become very important. Unfortunately, it is impossible for miners to sell too high, because if the price goes up, others will be unprofitable. However, if you count as much, you can still make a fortune. In addition, with the newly arrived child of the world, the planetary resources that come with it, the part that can be sold immediately is also a large amount. These add up. It should be enough for me to evolve a wave of genes. However, how many resources are available for sale, and we will have to wait until the sun of the world is received to know the exact number. Chen Mo was looking forward to it. Why is the sun of the world dawdling and still not coming? He was in a hurry to subdue them, and then asked them to go back quickly to help him count the belongings that could be sold. As for these miners and the magic weapons sold, will the rest of the newcomers get through the hardship? Chen Mo doesn't matter. Chen Mo, who is composed of millions of newcomers, doesn't care. Not to mention the little help. Together these people, the contribution value is not as much as him alone. And these people are essentially competitive, and it is impossible to unite completely. Everyone wants a better ranking. Every time you advance to a ranking, the benefits will be more and more. If anyone doesn't want others to surpass them, they may beg me. Like Luo Bing before, asking not to sell the miners to other people, the miners themselves are worthless, and whether it is sold or not is the big deal. Chen Mo carefully analyzed. However, he was in no hurry. It's useless for him to say this, just wait for the rest of the newcomers to react on their own. Be patient, and those who wish to take the bait will take the bait. Chen Mo handles transactions on the trading platform. Half an hour later, a child of the world arrived at Planet 34, the entrance. But he didn't go in. Instead, he stood there, because he felt an equally powerful breath approaching. Because he didn't attack the spy along the way, many rookie spies became emboldened and followed them all the way. Therefore, his move was directly displayed in the newcomer area. FK, he's waiting for another native. This reminds me of the time when I teamed up to fight bosses. Yeah, I don't know if it's my illusion, Chen Mo is the ultimate boss. No, a child of the world would not dare to enter. Two strong men serve Chen Mo alone, and they both fly. Doesn't this further explain how terrifying and strong Chen Mo is? But on the other hand, does it also mean that as long as you gather two children of the world, there is still hope of victory? In the eyes of the newcomers, it is such a scene. Among them, of course, there are people who speculate whether these two people will also take refuge in Chen Mo. But this speculation was instantly overwhelmed by ridicule. Normal people would never think that way. Laugh to death. The two sons of the world team up to surrender. How is this possible? These two sons of the world are too stupid. If it were me, I would first stabilize my hand and not rush to attack, but to win over the son of the world who was taken as a slave by Chen Mo. After all, no one can forcibly control the child of the world. Chen Mo must have promised some benefits. As long as he exposes this lie, or shows the corresponding benefits, it is not difficult to form a 3-on-1 situation. The power goes up and down, Chen Mo will lose. It's a pity that the son of two worlds is Han. Many newcomers have engaged in heated discussions. And the only ones, two insiders, at this moment, do not want to speak. One is Luo Bing. She was in a state of extreme madness at this time and was mistaken for Chen Mo's dog, so she didn't want to explain to Chen Mo at all. She could see it clearly. No matter what she said, it was just to make Chen Mo pretend again. Another insider, Li Long, was temporarily autistic, and he couldn't bear it at all in the newcomer area. But even so, there are still many newcomers who privately message him and ask him to show that it's the kind of big boss Chen Mo, so domineering. This made him jump with anger. It's you. You also succeeded. The sons of the two worlds met at the entrance of Passage 34. The two fought together before, and they were half comrades in arms, so they were naturally familiar. See you again at this moment, very emotional. After all, at this horrific time, every parting could mean a goodbye. However, the two did not sympathize with each other too much, but instead became wary of each other. Don't you know that this slave owner has requirements for taking slaves? Is it open to anyone, or? This was the thought that flashed through the two of them together. The two enter Planet 34 together. Seeing the two enter together, for a while, the newcomer area became lively. How long does it take to decide the winner? Come on, bet. I bet 50 cents, it's definitely better than Li Long's performance. Yeah, at least Chen Mo won't just run away and surrender. Li Long can't do this, it's still tyrannical, so I'm too scared to speak now. Everyone is waiting for the result. Some even made a bet, and the stakes were not small. Chapter 100 Inches Perception Gene. Super miners are online. 3 more. Planet 34 is in full swing at this time. Of course Chen Mo wouldn't wait for the son of the world to come to his door. Stupidly occupying the planet and doing nothing, that is a heinous crime. He launched the parasite army and was digging for ore. Although there are not many ores on this planet, if you look carefully, you can dig some. The total value is estimated to be between 5 to 10 billion. The estimation error span is somewhat large, because some high-energy ores are buried very deep. General means, it is difficult to thoroughly detect clearly. Chen Mo's plan for this planet is to first try to hollow out the high-energy minerals that can be found. Then transform into a planting planet. This will also provide him with a steady stream of funds in the future. However, Chen Mo does not understand the knowledge of planting. I don't want to hire anyone. So he was thinking about growing some edible and delicious mushrooms. Offer your loyalty. Allow you to preserve your sense of self and join the glorious evolution. On the battlefield at the entrance to the passage of Planet 34, Greenskin said directly. The process is familiar. Chen Mo didn't even show up. The Son of Two Worlds looked at the changes of Planet 34 in amazement. They just went out and came back, and they didn't expect such a big change. The mountains are pushed into plains. Huge pits, everywhere. Unbelievable, mortal might. As the children of the world, of course they also have this ability, but people with discerning eyes can see that those who do this are just ordinary flesh and blood in their eyes. This is terrible. Is this the so-called glorious evolution? They never thought that the collective power could be so powerful. Like a precision-fitted machine. If their race is the same. Thinking of this, the two looked at each other and saw the fire in each other's eyes. They, who had some concerns at first, knelt down one after another. They have no choice. And this one was completely different from what they had met before. They didn't even see each other. But that doesn't prevent Chen Mo's status in their hearts. This one looks different, mysterious and powerful. Master, this is my loyalty. Son of Two Worlds, hold the heart in both hands. This is the price of trust. It is also the first step in evolution. Ding. It has been detected that the child of the parasitic world has been infected. According to the system deduction, a large amount of evolutionary medicine can be consumed, about 20 drops, depending on the specific state of the opponent. Swallow the gene of the child of the world, and obtain possible evolution opportunities. Do you want to swallow it immediately? Okay. Chen Mo was slightly stunned. With the active cooperation of the Son of the World, the cost of activating his devour has not only not been reduced. Instead, it increased. Chen Mo took a closer look and found the reason. This is a matter of spirituality. The child of the world has not died, consciousness exists, and the instinct will resist. And they are in very good shape now. Unlike before, Chen Mo beat each other to death, or nearly died. It can be said that the resources needed now are the resources that will be consumed under normal circumstances. There are gains and losses, and it is not without benefits that the child of the world is alive. I can devour genes at any time and look for evolutionary opportunities, instead of rushing to deal with evolutionary events immediately. And getting the top parasitic body at this stage is beneficial to my subsequent development. Wanting to understand this, Chen Mo no longer hesitated. Destroy it now. Instantly select a child of the world to obtain the gene. The sons of the two worlds may get the chance to evolve. But Chen Mo had to keep some resources for backup. So devour one for now. It just happened to consume the 200 million from Li Long. While evolving, Chen Mo compares. He estimated that it would consume about 20% more resources. Totally acceptable. Of course, the child of the world itself is awake, and it is not good. This feeling of slow penetration, gradually penetrated into the bone marrow, made the two sons of the world kneel on the ground, trembling. If it weren't for the blessing of a powerful force, they would have fainted. Almost half of the heart that has been transformed by parasitism is evolved from mushrooms. Put it back into the chest. Blood is pumped throughout the body. Immediately, they joined the glorious evolution. The astral world also felt it. The starry night sky suddenly brightened. 2 more dazzling stars. The divine will has gained a loyal servant again. The evolution family of the astral world has grown again. The child of the world who joined before, said with great sincerity. Compared with the other 2 newcomers, he has already completely fallen into the worship of Chen Mo. This mighty power that created the world is the power of the gods. And he is very happy to be a shining star in the astral world. O divine will, your radiance, sooner or later, pervades the invisible and visible worlds. He said in a low voice. The expression is extremely pious and full of enthusiasm. His clan has acquired a new form, freed from the shackles of weak flesh and blood. For most ordinary people, this kind of life is many times better than before. It can even be regarded as a soaring consciousness. Although it is said that the ethnic group has disappeared, the individuals of the entire ethnic group have obtained the eternal life they dreamed of. Alas, maybe this is the best ending for them. The child of the world is in a complicated mood. Ding. You devoured the genes of the child of the world and obtained the perception gene. Your observation ability has been enhanced. Your magic eye will be able to increase the detectable spectral range and have a stronger response to high energy sensation. As soon as Chen Mo's thoughts moved, he immediately transformed the magic eye mushrooms everywhere. This kind of magic eye that grows on the top of the mushroom, or the top of the flesh layer, is Chen Mo's radar. Greatly enhanced at the moment. There are basically no civilizations below level 1.8 that can escape my perception. I can see all light spectrums from infrared to ultraviolet. Chen Mo tried it, which is equivalent to night vision device plus infrared detection, a completely different way of observing the world. Not only that, I can directly see some of the advanced energy. Chen Mo turned his eyes and looked at the magic crystal mine. Through the thick earth, it is easy to see the faint blue light radiating up. This is a ray similar to strong radiation. Great damage to common creatures. High energy matter will have this kind of radiation phenomenon more or less. Some high-level races, such as angels, are naturally able to perceive this radiation. So the angel is a good prospector. As long as you get close to a certain distance, you can immediately find high-energy ores. But the ones that can see the ore directly are even rarer. At this moment, Chen Mo's exclusive race can be seen directly. That is to say, in the future, there will be a child of the world sneaking in, and I will be able to find it in an instant. More observation methods also make Chen Mo's dragon and hydralisk attacks more accurate. The person who sneaked into Chen Mo's planet 14 last time and was picked up by the Temple of Heaven will be discovered by Chen Mo immediately, and there will be no follow-up. This kind of perceptual detection ability, used for prospecting, is simply superb. If I upgrade the miners, wouldn't the prospecting ability be comparable to that of an angel? Except that they can't fly, it's almost the same. Chen Mo couldn't help but get excited when he thought of this. Such miners are quite competitive. Far from being able to buy it for $10,000. On the market like this, at least 1 million starts. You only need to have one, spend a little more time, and the mineral distribution of the entire planet will be detected clearly for you. Not only that, the potential for the subsequent development of perception ability is also very interesting. Chen Mo checked the description given by the deduced evolutionary system. The perception gene can subsequently develop the ability to perceive gaze, that is, as long as it is observed, it can immediately perceive. Able to detect gaze. This is one of the ultimate detection methods. It smells like an evil god. When you stare into the abyss also stares at you. Chen Mo is looking forward to this ability. You have to hurry up to get resources, strive for a genetic leap, and evolve and upgrade. The planets under his name, in addition to Terra and Fortress, the remaining 34, 12, 24 and the 2 planets he has acquired now. You can start mining ore. With a thought, Chen Mo let the children of the 2 worlds set off. At this time, it was less than 10 minutes before they entered the planet and went out. Strange, why the soldiers of the indigenous people didn't move. There is no light at the entrance of the passage, and the child of the world entered without encountering resistance. Could it be that Mr. Chen Mo can really be a king for a while, and the son of the world will bow his head? I still hope that Chen Mo has some big losses, so that he can sell more miners to us. In such a short time, the newcomer area is still arguing about what the result will be. Some people even want to take the risk and send people into the interior of the planet to check the battle. But this time, the son of 2 worlds appeared. Then they separated as if nothing had happened, and flew to their own planet. For a time, the whole newcomer area was quiet. No one knew what the outcome would be. But I vaguely feel that this scene seems déjà vu. Here we go again. This damn familiarity is especially strong for Lu Fan. Unpredictable foreboding. He immediately opened the trading platform. At a glance, I saw the transaction information on the screen. Suddenly, the whole person was dumbfounded, and his heart skipped a beat. At this moment, he seems to have heard the wailing of the wallet. You seems to have heard the wailing of the wallet. You seems to have heard the wailing of the wallet.